Mr Wiggly, I choose it, yo. Hey, step inside, I give thanks and the highest praise. Ground myself to my earth, connect out the space.
Am I seriously muted? I just missed Tony saying I'm muted. I've been chatting for ages. Look at that. Thank you for telling me that I'm muted. Right, I knew there was probably something that's going to go wrong. I take it. Yeah, you got me. All right, sorry about that. My bad. Hopefully it's working again. Right, what I said was, hello and welcome to everybody. Thank you so much for all the kind words while I've been away and the really nice things that you've said. Last 5 minutes. Well, it was good for me. I enjoyed it. Let's start it again. All right, hang on a second. Let's just rewind. Get back into the real world just for a moment and just kind of make this thing work. I have a back in the real world sting somewhere, which I'll just find for us, and then we can rewind and get everything back. And back in the room. Right, what I was going to say was thank you very much for all the kind wishes. I had a really weird few weeks. I tested positive for COVID on Boxing Day, having felt fine and tested negative all the way through. Kind of went and isolated myself in the middle of nowhere. We have a spare room here, so I could lock myself away and leave the family behind. And they were very, very kind to me. And I had a couple of days of coughing and, just kind of not feeling great, to be honest. And then after that, I didn't feel too bad, apart from the fact I was super tired, like proper tired. And yeah, I blame my lack of ability in actually fixing the mute button on that too. You have to bear with me on this one because I am a little bit behind. And so I slept for about 2 weeks, and I would wake up a little bit, for a couple of hours, and then I'd fall asleep again. And if I got out of bed, I'd feel really achy, and and that was it. So it was being like being in a very surreal dream state, to be honest, and not wholeheartedly horrible thing. It wasn't particularly unpleasant, apart from the fact I was floating in and out of sort of semi-consciousness. The dreams were really weird. When I did wake up, I was kind of hyper-focused for 2 hours before I clonked out again. So I checked. I started writing a book on my phone, which is really weird. It's terrible. The first chapter appears to be about a fireman who didn't like sliding down his poles. So make of that what you wish. Our US viewers, I don't know if they have fireman's poles, but basically, a fire station in the UK, they have a pole through the floor linking the upstairs to the downstairs. So if the clanger goes off and they have to go and fight a fire, they jump on the pole and slide down it. Old English tradition, because goodness knows where that came from, and all sorts of crazy stuff. But it's all dead ends, so not great. But you do have it. Tony Duncan says you do have the pole. Well, this is great. Anyway, enough of that. This is all about positivity and maybe getting some ideas about what people are up to and what they're looking for in 2022. and kind of any inspirational kind of things, and just call in basically. The URL to call in and say hello on is this one. I will post it in the chat. Don't all jump in at once just in case. I mean, you obviously leave it for bits of the show. I've put it in the YouTube chat. I'll just put it in everyone's chat. Hold on 1 second. So it's mrwiggly.co.uk/live33, because this is a 33rd show. mrwiggly.co.uk. Oh! Thank you so. Oh, Kent Spong! Kent Spong, thank you so much. You forever are the most wonderful person. Glad that you're all well again. Love from Kent, Fiona, Charlie, Siri, Nellie, Noah, Bath Sponge, and Tarquin the Gangster Rabbit. Thank you so much, Kent. Big love in the chat, please, for Kent. It's so kind of you, our fervent supporter. Just absolutely brilliant. While we're on that, the super chats and stuff that come through, I'm sure you're probably aware, but they go to Loullamae's charity, which is Great Ormond Street, and so far we have made £1,359, which is the 2021 total, and I don't think we actually started till about March or April in 2021. So she does a quiz, which will be on later to anyone who's dialed in at the time. But normally we'd have one guest. She does a quiz, kind of a crazy quiz, and any donations that come in go to that charity. So thank you, Kent. Other people who've given very, very, very beautifully to the cause in the past. Thank you to you too. I'm just going to run a quick thank you, because 1359 is just an amazing total. So I'm just going to run a big thank you video. Everyone who donated last year is on it. So thank you from the bottom of all of our hearts here. Thanks very much indeed.
Hey, step inside, I give thanks and the highest praise. Ground myself to my earth, connect out the space. Within the hallways of the heart, the mind in the state of being that I am as I vibrate. At a ring, oscillate like horse crystal, mama may. Earth, brother, honor and solidly say. I'ma say our heart is the product of something. We'll let it shine away, overlap and envelop each other in love and light. Yeah, simultaneously synchronized this energy, symbiotically sacred geometry. Contemplate this imagery, and this imagery as we integrate the knowledge. This wisdom, see what the symbols mean and bodies for the temple beat. With a life force, energy resides in the chemistry. Bioelectric being the top and indefinitely. Receive and perceive to the physical machinery. Conceived by the source, recognize that it blessed be. Rolling and I can't breathe. Conscious living never hurt me. One love, energy and sex deep. Wind your line to the champion sound. Baseman move to the energy. Sunlight burning up one way. One love, set your heart free. Wind your line to the champion sound. Winding time to the champion sound.
Well, thank you very, very much indeed. And as Ben Breslin says, let's beat 1,359 this year. I hope we do. And honestly, it's thanks to people like Richard Hilton, who's just appeared on my right, or my left, your right, and Ken, and absolutely everyone in that video is absolutely wonderful. Tony as well is just about to join us in the chair. If you can hang on there just for a second, Tony, I'm going to try and marshal everyone through. But Richard, Happy New Year to you. How are you, sir?
Happy New Year, Dom. I'm glad to see you're well.
Oh, tell me about it.
I'm doing well. Thank you.
Good. Good.
Happy and healthy and hunkering down here.
Are you busy?
Shea Hiltonius.
Yeah. Are you busy? Are you traveling yet, or is everything on hold?
Things are on hold. There's a couple of private down and backs coming in the next few months, and then there's a very, very busy summer schedule that's been booked throughout the UK and Europe, and quite looking forward to that and hoping for the best.
So the privates are they kind of corporate or private party type things that you go and do?
It's a variety of things. Some of them are corporate, some of them are billionaire weddings, some of them are various things like that.
Imagine getting chic to do your wedding. Amazing.
It's been done.
I bet you've seen some sights.
Well, and the people who hire us to do weddings tend to treat us really, really well. So that's not, we stay in really nice places. Last year, maybe in September, we went to Venice and stayed on an island in a former monastery. And it was absolutely gorgeous. Next to a 1,000-year-old church that you could walk in and cruise around and take pictures
Oh
of.
man, that's so cool, so cool. And anyone who's probably not aware in the chat, Richard Hilton is keyboard player for the wonderful Chic with Nile Rodgers, and also just an all-round number one beautiful person. To be honest, he's the honorary person about town that's involved with the Wiggly stream and everything. What more can I say? If you haven't seen his stream, which was a few weeks ago before Christmas, it's just the most wonderful thing if you want to know about music and inspiration and stuff. Really good. Cheers to you too. So for this is about plans really. If you had anything for 2022 that I kind of thought we might do a 2023 looking back show if we're all still around. But that might be a disaster because we might not have done anything. But you never know.
Anything could happen between now and then.
Anything on your list?
My list?
Yeah, for 2022?
Yeah, maintain my health and play as many shows as they'll let me play. I love what I do, and I want more chances to do it. And
amen to that.
I value and cherish every one of them. And so, for me, just resuming normal life would be nice enough.
Well,
and
yes.
Maintaining my health well enough to be able to put up, with the rigors of doing that.
Yeah, I can't.
I do spend as much of my time as possible counting my blessings because I'm not afflicted and I'm not unwell and I'm not hungry and though it's minus 15 Celsius outside my window, it's nice and warm where I'm sitting right here and talking to you, and I just think I have a lot to be thankful for. So
I think you said it was minus 17 this morning.
That
when you
earlier,
woke up.
this morning, probably up to minus 15 or 14 by now.
I mean, you say a good thank you, Jim Glue. Thank you so much. You are already on that list, I know. So thank you very, very much indeed for your continued donations. It's very, very kind of you. That horn that fires off in the background is the Wiggly horn, which looks. Let me see if I can find a quick picture of it because it's a real horn. It's not a sample, and it exists over here in the corner, looking like that. But it got too noisy, so we stuck tissue paper in the horns, and it's still too noisy, so we put the incinerator over the top of it just to kind of keep things down. And even now, that's what it sounds like in the room. It still kind of makes me jump every time it goes off, which is kind of crazy. But there you go. So thank you, Jim, very, very much indeed. I mean, it's interesting you say that because I haven't played live for a long time. I started playing live, and I did used to really envy like the singer and the people that didn't really have to carry much kit around. And even if you were lucky enough to have a roadie or someone to put it out, it's a lot of stuff to do rather than just by the time you step up on stage to play and you've got to take down and all the rest of it and things can go wrong. It's a heavyweight job. Drummers are the others because they've got to carry around all that kit. But the older you get, not necessarily carrying the stuff around, but it's a bind to be doing that all the time. I mean, do you trot out on stage and drop back and it's all taken care of, or are you?
Yes.
Oh, that's my dream.
Bless those fine folks who do that and do it consistently and do it meticulously. And I cannot have looked at the gear as the intro recording that takes us out on stage is being played, walk up and know it's going to be exactly where I need it to be and what I need it to be.
Wow.
Every time.
That was my dream.
It's remarkable. And it's not that complicated what I do on stage compared to probably most people, and certainly anybody who's, bringing a lot of synthesizers. I play a pair of stage pianos and I play sounds that come from them. So there's not racks of gear. There's not complicated MIDI running. My life is fairly simple.
Even so, the trust of that.
I basically arrive with this.
Oh, that's cool. That. Honestly, that was my dream. I never achieved that kind of.
And inside there will be a flash drive as a backup, just in case that for some reason the instrument is completely died and I'm using a rental and I have to reload.
Right.
That makes it all it's a pretty wonderful thing, and I don't take it for granted. And the guys who do it are some of the most wonderful and trustworthy and intelligent people I've ever known.
Yeah.
And it's an absolute honor to work amongst people like that.
Oh, it's that when the machine works like that, it's brilliant. Like I say, I'd love to have had that. But I saw a documentary, a quite interesting one. It might have been a YouTube thing actually, way back on YouTube. They'd just done one of their big in the round tours, massive stuff, and the Edge had a couple of guitar techs, kind of in a bunker, where they could hand stuff out onto the stage. It was kind of weird. They could literally do it. And the guy had a fairly serious database running in a laptop of what was needed for each song, because they wouldn't necessarily stick to the set. So he'd go, oh, we're just going to do New Year's Day or whatever. New Year's Day, right? We need the Gibson over there, and I need that, and it needs to be off chin to that, and like serious stuff. And there was literally 50 guitars, I think, down there.
Oh, sure. Amazing. And when I saw the Innocence and Experience tour in the arena in New York, they had I can only call it a contraption running the length of the theater, so that it was bisecting. The theater was bisected by this giant combination video screen and alternate staging area that ran the entire length of the arena. And so, in addition to all of the amazing things that happened show-wise with that, and the challenges sound-wise with projecting into a bisected arena, in addition to all that, the tech teams had choreography, because they had to pass guitars in places along the length of the arena that are not near the stage, and they have to happen at a certain time. And so there was a whole choreography to the crew activity that went along with the choreography of the show, because they performed whole pieces up in this contraption, backlit and stuff, and in combination with videos projected that were playing on them. It was
just amazing, just
incredible visual experience. Incredible. There is a live from Paris video from this tour, which was about 3 or 4 years ago, maybe 5. They're actually I don't know how to say it. They come and see our show often as possible, and have sent us gifts backstage and stuff. And they're friends. They're nice guys. We know them. They come to our shows. They invite us to their shows. Yeah. I'm thrilled and honored. And we actually performed U2 music with Bono one time. And I went and looked, and I don't know if anybody else has ever done this.
No, I don't think so.
We performed U2 songs with Bono in New York at Niles Charity Gala, because the Edge couldn't make it because he had a gig with the Pope.
Oh, actually do.
So he couldn't come.
Of course he did. Of course. Sorry guys. Oh,
and three of us played guitar parts. Russell, in particular, played most of the most recognizable
I love the slapback
Edge stuff.
Wow.
And I tended to play background. There are acoustic parts in a lot of those songs that I would play rhythm on, and I would kind of do Nile Rodgers.
You've just got the best. Oh, by the way, I was in U2 briefly.
Well, no, he sang with us, and
he was in our band.
There's videos of this. Yeah.
Oh man, absolutely brilliant. Let me just say big up to Synth Addict. Thank you so much, because it went past as we were on there. I can tell he wants to talk about Frank Ellis. That's another in Synth Addict joke, I'm sure. Along the Blade Runner type. But let me just, because Tony's been sitting around for ages. Tony, how are you doing?
Can you hear me?
Lovely to see you, sir. Yes, I can hear you absolutely perfectly. What's happening?
Not much. How are you?
Very, 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 very well. What's your current release band doing at the moment, so we can plug it? Because you've got so many things going on. I wonder sometimes what
I do have a few things going on. We just put out added 2 more songs to the Electronaut album.
Right.
And then we'll have... Whoa.
Thank you, Waggy.
And then we'll have 2 more drop in February on the 4th.
Brilliant. So that's Electronaut with a K, isn't it? I remember.
Yes.
Electronaut. So please, everyone, check it out. Best place to look is where? On...
all the majors, but Bandcamp mostly.
Bandcamp is okay. Yeah, I'll stick some stick some links on underneath this afterwards. Thank you, Wagyu. Unclear if it's a kid's book or adults. And it's a weird one, isn't it? But I don't even remember writing it, but it's in my notes thing on the phone. So it's very, very, very odd. Thank you so much for the £5. Very, very much appreciated for all the kids at Great Ormond Street. It would be absolutely brilliant. So I just wondered, Tony, if you got any plans for 2022? Anything we can realistically look back on in 2023 and said, yeah, I did that. Absolutely nailed it.
Yeah, I want to get this album finished.
Oh, no, I mean realistic.
Realistic goals. Well, I don't know. I'm out. No, for me, it's just to keep on writing. To probably do, another second album. Looking forward to the next Clownfest. The last one was really, really good.
I missed the last one, although I appeared on it. I actually had to put together a couple of previous performances, and so it wasn't fair really. But did it go down well? Because I literally didn't watch any of it, to be honest.
Yeah, it was good.
Fabulous, because
really
it was
good. Day 2 was great.
That was the one I was meant to be on. So
you're right.
I did a great job, clearly.
Right. Day 2, there was some very, very cool, like post-punk type, our age group. Music in there. There was 2 bands that were really, really good, and I can't remember them off the top of my head.
Rebecca Radical is a younger player who's absolutely amazing, just absolutely brilliant. The kind of push and drive and enthusiasm for the songs. I'm absolutely convinced she's going to be a massive star. Just really, really good. Great art as well. But yeah, that place is a real live kind of hubbub of creativity, which is really wonderful. And there's already another one coming up, Clownfest, I think, in March, isn't it? I think the next one, which will be number 8. Just grows and grows. Hopefully Mark will maybe dial in soon and say hello and tell us about all his plans. Let me just post that link again. So if anyone who wants to dial in and connect, please do. You just need your phone. You don't even have to come on with your camera if you want, but it'll be just like you're on a Zoom called. He is in the chat. He's saying he's offered some days to other promoters. So album finished. I mean, Tony's been on the stream in the past, actually. Worthwhile going back and having a look at that. But you started as a kind of iPad music production system and then expanded into DAWs and into the fabulous collection that you've got behind you now, and producing some amazing, amazing stuff. I would say of the Depeche Mode end of style of tracks. Hey, sweetheart.
Yeah, thank you. Some... it doesn't. It's never been on purpose. We never just really started out to be like, okay, we want to sound like the Depeche Mode. It's just what comes out.
Right. Yeah.
It's just a natural thing, I think.
It's not particularly derivative of it in the slightest. It's just it's hard to describe kind of musical genres. It's on the harder end of the synth type of thing. Right. And actually sounds really cool. I'm just trying to set up Loullamae's camera as we're there. Can you see it? Hey! Thank you, Mr. Azio Head. Happy New Year to you and your family. I'm glad the show is back. I missed the quiz. Well, you're in luck because someone's arrived ready to do the quiz. And at the moment, it's Richard Hilton v Tony. So we could do with a third if anyone wants to pop up. Hit that link, mrwiggly.co.uk/live33. And you can be the 4th member of the quiz. And did I see Mrs. Wiggly in the background there? There's an arm. There's definitely an arm there.
Hello.
I need to just switch you on, I think. Hold on. Let me push you on. Can you say hello whilst we're there?
Hello.
Right, that's it. And Loullamae, are you on?
Hello.
Oh. Okay. Try that again.
Hello.
Fabulous. Right. Well, there you go. I'm not quite sure what's going on there, but that's absolutely wonderful. I've just noticed that Richard very kindly sent me a message at the beginning in our private chat window saying you're muted. And then he sent me another one about 5 minutes later saying you're still muted. Oh, well, right. We have the wonderful Kent Spong in the building. Kent Spong, can you tell me what's wrong? What's wrong, Mr. Spong?
Everything.
Really?
Yeah, like you wouldn't believe.
Oh, no. I know, like proper wrong.
Yeah, no, I've just been a bit unlucky.
Oh, I'm so sorry to hear.
Somebody hit me car Friday.
No.
Again.
Oh, man.
So, oh joy. Hi,
Badly,
Rich. Hi, Rich.
Hi, Ken. Hi,
Finally,
Loullamae.
on a stream at the same time.
Yeah, how about that? With other people.
With other people.
Badly damaged or?
No, not too badly damaged, but it's been hit so many times out the front there now that...
Oh, what? You weren't even in it? I was going to say, if it's been hit that many times, you've got to wonder about the driver, but it's just parked.
This is the second or third time somebody's hit it parked out the front, outside the front here. And it's a big American car. It's not like you can't see it.
I don't know what to say. Anything else wrong at the same time, or is this just the icing on the...
Yeah, there's been a few bits and pieces, nothing major, but yeah. But
anything inspirational for 2022? We're doing reasonable on the wish list.
Let's see. 2022 is going to be new workshop. I stop repairing vintage analog in April.
Oh my word! Get your kit in quick. Again, for if anyone doesn't know it,
books.
It's books out. It's too late, right? Oh.
Yeah, I'm booked to April already. So yeah.
Oh well, Kent is the world's premier repairer of all things vintage analog. So
old.
Too late, basically.
It's nice way of saying that. Old.
I'm going to buy Mrs Wiggly a soldering iron, and we're going to jump into that spot immediately.
I've got some parts.
Did you say you're going to stop repairing vintage analog gear in April or until April?
In April. From April.
You're going to stop doing it?
Yeah.
And you're only going to be repairing what? Your car?
Yeah. Mostly the car and us sending pictures of organs to each other.
Yeah, right. Pipe organs.
Yeah.
My pipe organ fetish.
I don't know if that classes as a dick pic, but it's an organ, but it's got pipes. But there you go. Anyway, yeah, so I'm going to go into R&D. I'm going to build the anaglyph. There's a few other bits and pieces on the cards as well. Some developments that have been going on. So there'll be products.
Cool.
We've already got the chat saying, Wagyu saying, can you squeeze in my Ford Profit 5 or F2s? Because we know how much you love them.
Yes, into a vice.
Oh boy.
Yeah.
Send them over here, Wagyu. I'll give it a good go. Nothing can't be fixed without the use of a hammer and some no more nails. So you just get it my way. I'll fix it up for you, no problem.
Yeah.
And Mr. Sheen afterwards with a little duster. It's all good.
Don't give my secrets away.
And blue tack as well is always useful to hold things still whilst you're hammering them. So yeah, you're very, very welcome for that. Just send them my way.
And if it still doesn't work, bigger hammer.
Well, yes, indeed. Okay, Mrs. Wiggly, are you coming on stream or is it just going to be your hand? Are you going to come and say hello or?
Yeah, I can say hello.
Here she is.
Yes.
Happy New Year, everyone.
Hello, bonjour.
Hi.
Yes, so she nursed me brilliantly for 2.5 weeks, which is really good. Right, I guess we can do some quizzes.
Yeah.
I imagine Wagyu's going to win this already.
Probably.
Andrew Brooks saying that he'll miss your expertise. I'd better bring you some more stuff. No. Like I say, Andrew, the Wiggly repair operation is now in full effect.
I still got his base station here already. I've still got to get that finished. Yeah.
All right, we should do some spread bets on when you actually stop. Then I think because which year?
That's already been said. Actually, they go. Yeah, all right then.
Okay, so let's go. I guess with four people in the chat and everything, so just kind of shout it out, see what's going on. Anyone that's new in the chat, thank you very, very much for joining. Also, if you're listening on replay, thank you very, very much. I very rarely say hello to you, but I really appreciate it. We get a lot of views and listens after the event, so thank you so much. If you can't, I know it's odd timing around the world. So yeah, let's go for it. Let's kick off the Mr. Wiggly quiz. Stand by. What's happening there? How weird. Okay. What on earth is happening?
Hey.
What's happening there? Can you hear it? Has someone got me an echo coming in? What on earth? One of the guests. What's that? I think it's Kenty Poos. I've just muted Kent and it stopped and gone away. Kent is watching himself live on something and feeding it back into his microphone. Don't know why.
What the hell?
It's gone now. Weird. Well, anyway, it's okay. Right, I've got some quiz music. Right, over to you, Loullamae.
What is my favourite colour of sheep?
Oh, you start with the easy ones. What is Loullamae's favourite colour of sheep? It's open to the chatters as well. Please bear in mind there's no surprises. Richard Hilton is answering in the chat.
Black.
Oh,
Pink.
who said that one? Who said pink?
Oh, pink.
You go, yeah, Tony is right, and also it's a type of pink, I guess. So there's a lot of
it needs to be a type of pink. Cause
so we've
Kiss.
narrowed it.
Kiss pink.
Bubblegum pink.
Kiss pink.
Isn't that a colour?
I don't know. Not on the sheet, anyway.
Oh. That's flannel pink.
No.
No?
We've got
Okay.
old granny hair pink from Wagon.
Yeah.
Mrs. Slocum pink.
That is old granny hair pink. Yeah, that's the one. Yeah, it's open to anyone in the chat. Please, there's no prizes, and sometimes when you type into the chat, it'll arrive later than you imagine. So I'm sorry if you win, but we don't spot it. Tropical pink, no. Neon pink, salmon pink, flamingo pink. Oh, this might have them actually.
It's not bubblegum pink?
There is a bubblegum pink, but it's not bubblegum pink.
What are
Not
the types of pink?
Pink. Rose pink. Nothing in the chat, Mrs. Wiggly, no?
haven't come across any, no.
No. Cerise pink. One syllable. Beginning with... do you want to say?
Oh, electronic sounds audio.
Electronic sounds,
Oh, Dean got it.
Well done to Dean.
Bucket
Dean
pink.
is normally streaming, and he's just amazing, and it's so good to see you, Dean. Dean is Electronic Sounds Audio. He is an amazing sound designer. Actually, if you check out Electronic Sounds as one word, I'll pop his post just up here. Electronic Sounds as one word. He makes the most incredible sound libraries. He's actually originally a drummer. And he hurt his back, so he doesn't do so much drumming, but he comes from sound libraries from a drummer's perspective rather than from a kind of, I own some keyboards, so I'm going to make some drum packs. And they are literally incredible. Plus, he's got bucketfuls of modular. He normally does like an all-day Sunday stream, which collides with this one, which has always been a shame, and I've been trying to work out a way to connect them together. So it's absolutely fabulous to see you here, Dean. If you want to dial in, you're very, very welcome as well. So well done to Dean. Point for Dean, Mrs. Wiggly.
Yep.
So time for the next question. Let me find the next question. Whoops, there you go. All eyes on Loullamae.
We do a school teacher sock survey every Friday. What socks won this week?
We do a... Is that audible to everyone? We do a...
Didn't understand a word of it.
Repeat the question.
Okay, try it
Lily.
without the mic, nice and loud.
We do a school teacher sock survey every Friday. What colour socks won this week?
We do a school sock survey, which I must admit we never did sock surveys when I was at school. Every Friday, what colour
Blue.
socks at school won this week, and it's not blue.
Green.
Red and white. Morgan. Juniper. But there is a bonus question.
Oh.
Because I thought black socks is kind of a bit predictable. Yeah. So the bonus question is...
What won last week?
Which one won last week?
Blue.
Pink again.
No. Red from synthetic?
White.
No.
It's not a colour.
Oh.
Oh, it's a trick question.
Hey, wait a minute. It's not a colour.
Wool. I'm going with wool.
Apricots.
Okay, I'll turn you down a bit. Okay,
Carrot.
you got to think kind of laterally on this one because it's actually not a sock.
One.
Okay, just hang on. Oh, guy, well, that's quite a clever question for Marshall Potter. Quite a clever question, quite a clever answer.
Sasquatch is close.
Sasquatch, basically.
Spray on hair.
Optical tray.
So the answer on the paper is optical trays. Well done. Tights. It wasn't socks, it was tights, and that's what the survey came back with. So don't shoot the messenger here. Slippers from Kent Lewis is a good one.
Yes, slippers.
It's not a Andrew Brooks, it's not a colour, it's not a sock. Now I'm really confused. You and me both, when I saw these questions. You and me both. Let us see the next question. Have we got some more coming on the list? Let's have another one. Okay, so...
How many King Charles Spaniels are in this picture?
Aha! It's a picture round. Stand by, everybody. I'm not going to leave it on forever. How many King Charles Spaniels are in this picture? 3, 2,
36.
1, go. 36?
No.
Is not correct.
21.
Not correct.
46.
Nope.
No.
1.
Getting close. No. Did you see the picture, Tony?
Yeah, it was all the same spaniel.
Oh, very good.
Exactly.
Yeah.
Actually, there were two different sizes, but the same picture. A couple of close ones in the chat, but not close enough. Very close from Jim Glue.
39.
63.
No.
I said 68.
Not quite. It's still there, still for the taking. It's in. I can't give you.
Oh, 11 million.
Oh, David.
David
Yeah.
Surchak, yes, couldn't have gone to a nicer bloke.
61.
What a nice man.
No, really?
What a lovely man David Surchak is, people. Yeah, very well. 61.
Wow.
I counted and pasted them myself. Yeah, absolutely brilliant. Absolutely brilliant. Now, how are we doing? We've got some scores going on. I think everyone's different so far, right?
No, everyone's got one. It's between Dean, Morgan, Optical, Trace, and David.
All right. Okay, we got movie question. And it's not about cows. It's not a movie.
Oh, that's
See what they did
that's terrible. That's really.
Get rid of that David Surchak comment for a second.
What movie did I watch last night?
Was it a Disney one?
Yes.
No, okay.
Yes.
Is it that Mexican one?
I don't know, actually.
I don't think it's Mexican.
Oh, it's sort
you're
of
in the
Puerto Rican.
It's not
No.
British.
I think it's Colombian.
Is it Colombian? Do you know what? I cannot remember the name of it, and I watched it last week as well.
Someone got it, someone got
There
Yeah,
you go.
Yeah.
El Canto.
it.
Well played, Lady Aptitude. Lovely to see you here as well. Thank you. These questions are now too easy. I think we need to dredge the question pool for some more complicated questions. There's a bonus one here, isn't there?
Yeah.
I think so.
Well, there's limited films that Loullamae could watch, really.
True.
So.
True. So, Lady H, that's another one, another new winner. Okay, let's get rid of this comment off the screen if I can click fast enough. The bonus question is coming up.
What is my favourite movie ever?
Frozen.
No, it would have been at one particular period of
Shrek.
time. Nope.
Are we talking Disney here?
No, we're not actually.
Oh, okay. Matrix.
Not yet.
Not yet.
Richard Hilton says Blade Runner. Probably.
No.
Die Hard from Ken Lewis.
Christmas movie.
It's 10 years
It
old.
is a Christmas movie.
Yeah.
It is a Christmas movie.
It is a Christmas movie?
It is.
Yeah, it's a Christmas movie. Yes.
Nightmare Before Christmas? I don't think so.
No.
Miracle on 34th Street.
No, but what a movie that is. What a movie that is.
The Life of
Trainspotting.
Brian. No?
No.
Is that a Christmas
Trainspotting.
movie?
Life of Brian is a Christmas movie.
I guess in a sort of.
Life of Brian is an everyday movie.
Bad
That's it.
Santa. Toy Story, Monsters Inc.
Animated?
No.
No, it's not.
Oh. Oh, that
Elf.
opens it up.
Elf.
It was new to me actually. This movie.
No, it's not new.
It's not new, but it was new to me.
Lawrence of Arabia.
It was made before I was born.
Was it?
Celebrating
Yeah.
Christmas.
Saving Private Ryan. No?
So many things were made before you were born. That's not a clue.
It's narrowing it down a bit.
It's
Yeah.
a British film.
It is, and
Oh,
it's
okay.
a
Indiana
quirky.
Jones and the Christmas
I'd
of Doom.
say quite a low budget.
There's 3 of them.
There's 3, and it's one of them. And it's not Die Hard.
It's not Trainspotting.
I'd never
Hard
heard
Day's
of it before
Night.
this Christmas. Nope.
There's 3 of them.
Yeah, there's 1, 2, and 3.
Help.
British movie.
3 of them.
3
Is it-
syllables.
A comedy?
No, 4 syllables. Sorry,
Yeah.
it is a comedy.
Yeah.
British
Yeah.
comedy.
Monty Python
Wow.
and Holy Grail.
Nope.
Mm.
Yeah.
You want a
I think you've got him. Just as I said, we needed some harder questions. I think you've nailed it, Loullamae.
Hooray!
I live here and I don't know what it is.
Carry on camping. Wow, I think we're going to have to call it. What do you say, Mrs. Wiggly?
Yeah, I don't think anybody's going to get it. Oh, Ty got in. Ty just in
What
time.
number? What number?
What
What
number?
Oh, hang on. Big applause. Yeah, there is a number associated with it, Ty. Oops. I'm firing all the wrong buttons off. Stand by. Ty, as always, pops in, gets the first question right.
I don't know about this. He comes bursting in here with the correct answer.
Oh,
like,
David,
I know.
David got it.
No, he didn't.
David Serchek got it.
He didn't. That's the wrong number.
and he
Number.
says, and
Oh,
there are
right, it is
4
the
of
number.
them.
Sorry.
Gethsemane.
No, now he got it.
Oh, yes.
Gethsemane. Hello,
Wow.
sir. But I have to say big props to Ty for that one. That was incredible. Gethsemane Music, a wonderful, wonderful gentleman from the US who was sadly missed the Mr Wiggly stream. It was the week I was ill, so he's going to be coming on very soon. We'll all reorganise another stream. He's an amazing guy. Just got into music in his youth, lived a life, and got into his music again after that, really. And so he's got this great bunch of synth collection, and just a really, really super guy. So we'll get him in there. Ty's literally said 2, 3, and 4 to cover all bases. After
He
There
does
is no
that.
4 yet.
He does that, doesn't he? Yeah.
Incidentally, Tony, who would win between a fight between a badger and what is it? A badger and a baboon?
Honey Badger, yes.
No, definitely the Badger. Especially if it's a wooden one.
Can I just point out, seeing as Ty's in the chat as well, I watched a video that Fiona found for me about 2 weeks ago of a honey badger beating up 4 lions.
There you go.
So, Ty's wrong.
Creature.
I mean, and he can't answer because he's just in the chat. But I mean, basically,
Even better.
paws like shovels. Paws like shovels.
Paws like hands, boy.
Yeah. So anyway, Ty Unwin, we have your tune. Ty Unwin, Ty Unwin, Ty Unwin, Ty Unwin, Ty Unwin. And we have a Kent tune.
Do we do?
Oh.
Of course
No,
you do.
there we go.
Can't spawn, can't spawn, can't spawn, can't spawn, can't spawn, can't spawn, can't spawn.
And we have a Rich Hilton tune.
Rich Hilton, Rich Hilton, Rich Hilton, Rich Hilton.
And I don't have a Tony tune. I'm really sorry.
Oh, we have to sing to Tony now.
Yes.
Tony.
Tony, Tony.
Tony.
Lily, can you sing a Tony through
Use your
mic?
microphone, Loullamae.
Switch it to Tony mode.
Oh, Discords.
Oh, that's it. Tony. It's Tony. There you go.
Bubble, bubble.
I think we're up to our last question.
No. There's 3 more.
Well, no, those are the big questions. So there's a last quiz question. Stand by, everybody.
The answer's wrong.
I had to guess the answer because you told me the question but not the answer.
Oh.
So,
I'll do the right answer.
yeah. Can I
There's a
see?
pen. I'll get a
Because we'll need to know the right answer. Okay, stand by, everybody. Let's get back. Okay, just organising the answer here. You're on.
Go for it.
Dum, 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 dum.
What colour are my toenails?
What colour?
Red.
Loullamae's toenails.
Pink.
Red is correct, so it's half the answer.
There's 2.
So
Oh, and the other toe.
Green.
is it
Yellow.
cheer for Kent?
Green.
We're looking for one other colour, and we're also looking for everyone else in the picture. There you go.
Pink.
No, it's not pink, it's not sparkly red, it's not puce. Puce was
Yellow.
like a weird colour to me. No, not yellow. Skin.
Cyan.
Baby pink. No. Green from Dean. Green from Dean. There's a jingle. Green from Dean. Topaz. From
Lavender.
David Sturchek. Lavender. Amethyst.
My wife says blue.
Yeah.
She's texting
No.
me answers to these
No.
things.
Mrs. Hilton is not blue. I'm surprised. Oh, there you go. Azio Head gets it.
Oh,
Well done to the Azio Head. Not that one. That was too squeaky. Thank you, Azio Head. Very well done. If anyone is around, give us a call in on mrwiggly.co.uk/live33, because I'm sure a couple of these guys will probably want to go and disappear soon, but not until after Mrs. Wiggly's big question. I'm not sure if she has one prepared because I've only just mentioned it. But
Nope.
if you
what is that then, Mr Wiggly?
so should we have Loullamae's big question first? Just to,
Which gives you 30 seconds to write one. So hurry up
Okay.
about it.
Okay, so it's not really a question, actually, is it? Thinking about it,
So
why
treatise?
don't you say what 2 of those are, and leave one to guess, or something like that? Do you know what I mean? So we got some plans for 2022 because that's the kind of theme of the whole show. So these are Loullamae's plans for 2022,
Learn the oboe.
which is a good one.
Learn how to use my microphone.
Which is already on the way.
It's coming along well.
And there's one other plan for 2022 as part of this big question. Can anyone possibly think what that might be?
Get a dog.
Yay! I didn't think that would be...
Why am I not surprised that came from you?
the whole kind of time this year has been about getting a dog. I think, who have we got? It's one of these, isn't it?
Yeah.
Loullamae's fixed on a King Charles Spaniel. If we did get a dog, I really fancy one of those, which is a Chow Chow. How can you not love?
Actually, thinking about it, I should have waited a little bit just to build the suspense. Really?
And you can't really argue with
that. No, but there you go. Look at that. I mean, my God. Oh.
Incidentally, can I just big up our cat, Frank, who is absolutely wonderful. This is our cat, Frank. He is 18 years old and still, a sprightly...
17.
Is he? Oh, he's 17. A sprightly young thing, but he's losing his balance a little bit. He got put on antibiotics this week because his T-cells count went a little bit weird. And those tablets are notoriously horrible to take. And what you have to do, and it's not very particularly pleasant, but he lets me do it, is you kind of hold him and you squeeze his mouth there and he goes, and then you throw the thing in and swallow it. So we've done this about sort of 4 times. And last night I went to feed him and he popped out. He's got a little cupboard near where the heating stuff is, and he sleeps in there because it's just red hot, basically. I sometimes wonder if he's going to catch fire, to be honest. But he popped out and he saw me sitting on the floor with this packet. So he obviously knew what was about to happen, and he looked at me and I thought, I wonder if this is going to work. So I took out the tablet and I just stuck it on the floor in front of him, and he looked at me again, and then he just looked down at the tablet and he ate it, and then he looked back at me as if to say, you really don't have to go through all of that again, it's absolutely fine. And it was just a beautiful moment because he literally just let the tablet, looked at me like, oh, all right, off we go, and then went off to get his treat. So big up Frank, our cat, who is named after Frank Sinatra, but he's a lovely puss cat.
Not Spencer.
No, we had Frank and Sammy, and sadly Sammy passed away, but Frank Sinatra and Sammy Davis Jr. Were the cats. Mrs. Wiggly, do you have a big question, or can you share your plans? I would imagine your plans are something to do with me, about how it's going to be, amazingly nice to me. I would expect that.
Even more so.
Where's the big daddy? Is that what you're after?
No, you get enough sugar.
Let's see. I'll drop you in it for a second.
No, just what are the plans for 2022? Anything big? Anything interesting? To the panel.
Oh, to everybody. Yeah, this would be a good one.
Any resolutions?
I resolved to see 2023.
Yeah, that's always a good one.
Mask free, or?
That would be okay too.
That would be okay.
But that's optional. Just getting back to life would be the best part.
Well, I'm going to go around in my Vader mask for the rest of my life.
Ooh, that sounds good. I've just seen the absolutely wonderful Mr. Robbie Pure.
Yay!
has arrived.
Kent's figured out the right direction for his microphone, hasn't he?
I put a little bit of tape on it, so I'd be absolutely sure.
You are very loud, actually.
I know.
Take our ears
Kent's hot.
Mr. Wiggly is Frank Musical. He doesn't play an instrument, to be fair, but he seems to enjoy. To be honest, he went deaf quite recently, and it's really chilled him out. I mean, with children coming around, with Loullamae's friends and stuff, he used to run around a bit and be quite noisy. He used to kind of just go somewhere quiet to ignore them. Now he just sits in the middle of the lounge, completely impervious to all the noise. So he's not really musical anymore because he can't really hear. But it has, I would say, it's been for the best in terms of him having a chilled out kind of life, which has been absolutely wonderful. Robbie Piocelli, who is from the wonderful Pro Synth Network podcast, alongside Kent actually, once every month. He's a wonderful person, and you should check out the podcast. Follow him on Facebook. Thank you very, very much indeed, Andrew Brooks, for the £5. That's absolutely wonderful. Thank you. I really, really appreciate it, all the way through to Great Ormond Street, which would be wonderful. Thanks so much. So Robbie, any New Year's resolutions?
I don't normally do resolutions because I can never keep them, but I would, like Rich said, to make it through to next year would be fantastic. I don't want to lower the time. I need to scatter my dad's ashes because he passed away just before the pandemic, and ever since then we've not been able to go back to Italy to scatter those ashes, and it's just really frustrating. So I'd like to do that. That would be nice. And yeah, just keep on keeping on, being able to do more stuff. Oh, and get the DX1 fixed.
Oh yeah. Do we know what's wrong with that?
Well, we know what it's doing that it shouldn't be doing.
Yeah.
Why it's doing that? That's the question.
You turn it on, it sounds like Adele.
Yeah.
I wouldn't change it then.
It's the thing is, I keep saying to people say to me, "What's wrong with the DX1?" I say it's making a horrible noise, and they go, "Well, doesn't it always?" Yeah. Thank you very much.
Aye.
Any other 2022s to answer Mrs. Wiggly's wonderful question before Mrs. Wiggly and Loullamae head off for
that includes you, Mr.
bedtime?
Wiggly.
I had a few. Actually, that's a good point. I did have a few, to be honest. I came up with loads when I wasn't so well. Just trying to fit in here. I've got some to do with the plugins, the Mr. Wiggly plugins. So Incinerator is still the only plugin that's out, but there's a version 2 of those, and I've spent quite a long time kind of working on the next versions, far too long. So there is an update of Incinerator. It's a version 2, but there's not a massive change. There's some more presets, some more algorithms, but fundamentally I think I got that right. So it's not like coming out to fix a load of stuff that needs fixing. It's just kind of a Incinerator Plus. And hopefully I'm going to do an AUV3 version of that, so it's going to work on an iPad, because Juice works with AUV3 now, and Juice is the platform I use to code it, which is cool. There's also going to be an SP404 vinyl simulator, so my trusty SP404
that was nice you once had.
Right. My now broken SP404. No, it's fine. One of these. This is the original OG version, and it has a button that says vinyl sim. And when you hit the vinyl sim button, it sounds like vinyl, but in a kind of very specific original OG SP404 mix. And I'm told by quite a few people that it's very sought after. So a lot of people, and it is brilliant. It's like a vinyl noise with a vinyl flatter, which isn't that hard to do, but it has this weird compressor on it, which is very kind of lo-fi sounding. So that's coming out. Just testing now, which is really, really brilliant. And I'm doing a Mr. Wiggly Essentials, the Essentials selection. I haven't decided on the proper name yet, but and it's going to be the kind of thing you put on every channel, but very, very light on CPU. So like I always put a low pass filter on every channel. I always put a gain on every channel. I always put perhaps something to warm up the sound on every channel, and I often put a console emulation plugin on every channel. But most of those plugins do other things, so they're using up resource that I don't actually need. I just want absolutely pure ones. So I'm going to do a kind of group of really, really lightweight, easy to put on every channel without affecting your resources. And obviously Loullamae is a big fan of console emulation, aren't you, darling? Yeah.
Put her on the spot.
We should have an emulation of that microphone. Hey!
Wow.
What is
My
Hey, wow.
goodness, Ben Breslin, thank you so much. Huge love in the chat, please, for Ben. That is just amazing. Big hearts in the chat. That is so kind of you. Unbelievable. Thank you so much. And you have donated before as well. We want to thank you. I mean, honestly, the people that watch this show is absolutely fantastic. Thank you so much. Really appreciate it. I think we're going to have to get a prize together for the top 3 donations or something this year that we can do.
Wow.
Put everyone who donates gets a raffle ticket.
a stress ball? One of Loullamae's stress balls.
Yeah, something. There's going to have to be something, because that is just wonderful, Ben. Thank you so much. If there's anything we can do for you, if you want to come on the show, if you want to do anything you want, please do. Please do. Absolutely wonderful of you. It's so kind. And that was it. I think that was my... I've done some kind of techie stuff. I want to do a Mr Wiggly app, which would be nice, which is not anything other than a kind of... I guess I'll have a little Mr Wiggly radio station on there with top tunes from the stuff that I like, that kind of thing, but nothing major apart from that. It's all a bit
nothing
techie.
Around the house, Mr Wiggly? Finish any
that,
odd
sorry,
jobs?
that's
maybe?
the bit that I forgot all about. Yes.
Okay.
Yes. I'm gonna.
I heard your long list of hobbies.
Anyway, thanks ever so much.
Well done, Mrs. Wiggly.
Well played.
I'll just I'll have to get. I'll have to go and see if Mr Wiggly's around. Actually,
I see you.
I have to sit this one out. I'm his brother. He's not around at the moment, but as soon as he's back, I'll remind him about those chores. Okay.
Loullamae.
You look. That is fabulous.
You look like the guy I bought my car off.
Hey, you asking?
And his wife.
You talking to me?
Yeah, you talking to me?
He's all way, innit?
You guys didn't happen to bump into a car in Epsom somewhere, did you?
Yes, quite. On that note, I think it's probably early bed.
Yes,
we're
it's
going to
time
carry
for
on
bed.
for a little bit longer. I'm sure there's a couple of people who want to probably pop up and say hello. But let's say goodbye to Loullamae. Can you give us a wave? Duck down.
You need to duck down, Lily.
Bye.
Can you see over there?
Night, everyone. Happy New Year. See you
All
soon.
right, see you later.
Happy New Year.
Right, let's drop them out of the stream. Let's drop me back into the stream. And where are we? We can drop that out.
Your list of chores will be waiting.
Right.
Went right into that one, didn't I? Just real.
Well, she placed it.
Oh, me? Yeah, I'll talk about me. Yeah. This is what I'm going to do.
Well, it won't be the kitchen, will it? So you'll be all right.
No,
Right.
thankfully.
Replacing that bathtub and toilet or whatever. Fixing a DX1 in your spare time.
Yeah,
In a car.
Dr. Synth saying COVID grew their hair. That's it. No, thank you so much. Well done. It's weird, isn't it? Yeah, I feel the same. Oh dear. Right. Anyone else want to pop up there? I've just seen that we have a replacement into the stream, which is the
There
Acid
he
Clown
is.
Mark. How are you doing, sir?
Hey.
I'm good.
Lovely to hear you. You can even say rude words if you want. Now, Loullamae's not in the room. You were waiting for her to disappear.
Oh, hold on, I'm gonna have to get some headphones. Give me 2 minutes.
Oh yeah, okay, no worries. I'll just mute you for a second. No worries.
God, he's got more lights than I have.
It's cool, yeah. Actually, your synth collection's grown since I remember last seeing your backdrop, Kent.
Oh, mate, this is just the tip of the iceberg.
It's
Just the tip. It's all broken.
it's not. None of it's mine.
None of it works.
It's
He's
all in
not
for
planning to
repair.
fix any of it.
Yeah,
It's the tip of the skip.
yeah, tip of the skip. Well, it's like I said to you,
dear.
wasn't it, Robbie? When I said I'm this not this weekend, the weekend after, I'm getting loads of stuff out of the garage. So I
And there's
imagine
a lot of stuff in there. I can vouch for that.
Yeah, so we're going to have a lot of people sort of like hearing about it, and they're just going to gather around like seagulls around a cheese roll.
If it gets super cold, is it not bad for the DX1? I did see the.
It doesn't get super cold. It's like it's in the garage, which is built onto the side of the house. But it also has like our central heating boiler and a couple of freezers in there, so it's always above freezing. It's just chilly. But no,
Gotcha.
I'm going to bring it indoors. But don't I've got my own Mrs Wiggly, kind of holding guard at the door. You're not bringing it in. But it's going to have to come in. So.
Well, no more nails and a hammer. It's all good. It's all good.
I need to widen the doors. That's the only problem. So.
Be nice though.
I really don't have this problem. It's wonderful.
Well, yeah, but
me
your
too,
toilet's
very
by the
lucky.
front door, isn't it? So.
Well, no. I mean, if I bring something in, Fiona goes, "Oh, what you brought in?" That's about it. Yeah.
We all need a Fiona in our lives.
God, don't we?
Mr. Acid Clown, can you hear us? Oh, I've not got you muted, but I think you might be muted. It's normally me.
Okay.
Yes!
Hey, there you go.
I spent the first 5 minutes of the show muted, so it really doesn't matter. You're amongst friends. What are you going to be doing this 2022? I expect you have a ton of plans, right? Oh, maybe you've lost me.
He's already started.
That's his plan for 2020. Can you hear us? Can you hear me, Mother?
Yes.
Nah.
Is it all working? Are you okay?
It sounds like I've got the weirdest doubling going on. I can hear it from 3 different places. It's really weird.
Wow. Must be some weird monitoring. Maybe are you monitoring the stream back? It's definitely off-putting. Oh, very good from Synth Addict. Those say FM sounds are cold anyway.
He's here all week.
Nice. Nice. Cod's especially good.
I've just flown in from Newcastle. Boy, my arms are tired.
Oh, the
Take
other
my
one's
wife, please.
Please.
Let us know when you're cooking there, Mr. Clown.
I think I've got it.
Oh, okay. Yeah.
Cool.
Yeah, I'm not hearing like 20 different voices in my head
Nice
right now.
one,
This is
nice
good.
one. I'd love to know.
It's not
what
normal. I thought that was pretty normal for you.
Exactly.
Now I'm hearing 20 different voices.
Yeah, only the normal amount.
Dean's just pointed out that 3 places can't be doubling, but that's slash.
Oh.
It's very good. Anyway, Mark, tell us about your 2022. Inspire us all, because I think you've got.
Hold on. Right, go again.
Tell us about your 2022, Mark, because I think you've probably got a whole ton of stuff going on, right?
And go.
Well, 2022 for me was just full of Clownfest. It really, really was. Yeah, just literally full of Clownfest. Clownfest was amazing. I think we did 5 Clownfests last year, and they were absolutely fantastic. Over 100 artists at each one. Bigger than I ever expected it to be. More popular than I ever expected it to be as well. And it's all due to the people that put the content in. Without the people that put the content in, I've got nothing to show. So thank you all so much for wanting to be a part of Clownfest.
It was incredible. I mean, it really was incredible. Incidentally, Ray, Fat Dust, Jim, hang on in there just for a sec, and we'll give you a shout in a minute. Thanks ever so much for calling. Hopefully you can hear me. It was amazing, and I mean to have done 7. How old is it? When was the first one? 2, 3?
March last. We literally 2 months after we hit lockdown.
That was incredible, and it's inspired. Well, certainly inspired me to make some music. It's inspired so many people to actually get out and do something. I think that's the trick as well. It's not so much what you're creating, it's the fact that you have to do something by a certain date and actually commit to finishing it, and then I mean the first one was amazing, but the quality of the tunes by about 3 as an entire thing was like, where is this stuff coming from? I mean, the improvement was incredible. Everyone just kind of it kicked everyone else into gear, if you like. Really, really good.
You missed most of the last one, but literally everybody up their game. Absolutely everybody up their game. We had Left is not right music as well, which you suggested. Unfortunately, his internet was a bit dodgy, but the set was sound. So honestly, people up their game so much, it was ridiculous.
That's Ace of Stripe, I think, isn't it? And I mean, he's that whole thing. He sent me a message actually saying thank you so much for the intro. I mean, it's like, So the next one's March.
Yeah, March and April. The Clang turns 5 in April, 1st of April, so I'm basing it around that. It's going to be 10 days this time.
Can you survive 10 days?
The great thing is I'm only hosting three days.
Delegation. Get to number 8, and finally there's some delegation going on.
Well, people keep saying to me, delegate, and it's like, all right, fine, okay, so this time round I've given 7 different promoters 7 of the days, and they can do whatever they want with them this time. It's your vision, you do what you want.
Excellent. Well, if anyone is not aware of Clownfest, just Google Clownfest. There's a website there.
Clownfest.live.
Clownfest.live. There's a fantastic Facebook Facebook group as well, which is linked off of there, and it's just a bunch of very, very positive. Everything in there is positive. So if you want someone to listen to your track, no one says that's awful. No one says that's perfect. They'll just tell you, this is great. It's a very, very supportive community, and that's what I like about it. And there's some great acts. Is there any space for the next Clownfest for new acts at the moment, or are you booked up already?
No. You need to contact Warren Dancy, Jason Mark Walsh, Gazan Wood, and there's a few others. I'll put some promo up, but literally they're all looking for acts at the moment because they're not looking within like the clown army. They're looking to what they would do. Like we've got the Blunders involved, a punk band. Warren. Who else has Warren got involved? He's got like a One-Eyed God. I don't know if you know them. They're kind of punky. Yeah. Wow. So I'm hoping that we're going to be able to pull more people into the army that aren't generally here, because if it was me, I'd just pick from the army, but now that I'm farming it out, do what you want with it,
Yeah. Well, Gazan was a guest on here just before Christmas as well, so he's great on the drum and bass stuff.
He's the head of our drum and bass chapter.
Just incredible. That's incredible. Well, thank you. And personally, apart from Clownfest, about some music from you?
The problem is there's no gigs at the moment, so why should I make music if I'm not playing out? I've got zero interest and I've got a new rig as well, and it's driving me insane. But until the gigs start coming in, I've got no drive and desire to want to write, and that's another reason why Clownfest came about as well, because if I'm not going to be creative, I'd rather I was doing something within the scene to move it on a little bit, So hopefully this year I shall be writing new stuff, drum and bassy, breakbeaty kind of stuff over here, but no side trance.
Dean did the side trance pack for the Vengeance stuff as well. Oh, that's an amazing pack. But okay, well that's fantastic, absolutely fantastic. And let's hope there can be a Clownfest in a real field soon, because that would be absolutely epic.
Well, I'm taking steps to sort that out. I've been invited to a festival this year where I may be able to use the land next year. I don't think. Wow. Yeah, so I'm not, you're not going to count my chickens before they've hatched kind of thing, but I'm taking steps to try and do that. I've also got TV shows on the go as well. I want to do a TV show and a game show as well this coming year.
Wow.
Yeah.
That wasn't expected. Okay, fantastic. A game show.
Yeah. So nice. loosely based on Nevermind the Buzzcocks, kind of mixed with Shooting Stars, that kind of thing. Yeah. So it'll be a piss take,
Excellent. Oh, I can't wait for that.
And
no time for anything else. That's awesome. That's absolutely awesome. Absolutely brilliant. Big up, Mark. And please, if you're not part of it already, get involved in the clown stuff by going to clownfest.live. Check out the Facebook group. Just join in, and if you're making tunes yourself, get involved. There's the URL is every Tuesday, is it right? That stands for Unsigned Review Live, which is people just putting in their tracks. People just kind of dig them, talk about them, constructively criticize them if necessary, and quite a lot of remixes and collaborations and all sorts have come out of that, because a lot of people listen and they're I really like that tune, can I work on it with you or whatever. So it's a really, really good place. Tony can attest to that, because you've done a lot of stuff.
Most definitely.
Really, really most good definitely. Stuff. So, cool. Right, we have I Sing, thank you so much. Had to wait for the memory of Ben Breslin's donation to fade, but I didn't look like a cheapskate. Don't be ridiculous, I Sing. Thank you so much. That is awesome. Another £10 for Great Ormond Street. I really, really appreciate it. And again, you've donated before. I really, really appreciate these continued donations. Let's invite in. Anyone want to disappear off from the current panel? Have anyone had enough? And
I can go. I can make a slot. Yeah, I can make a slot.
That would be lovely.
Let me find. Hang on. Which mouse is it? Hang on.
Ray Malone is in from Canada, and Fat Dust is in from the UK.
Bye.
And
he's gone.
Hi guys.
Oh,
hello, Ray.
Bye. Okay,
Hi,
that sounded like Inky from home. Inky, if you're around, you should call in. And Jules is in. David Surchek isn't in. David, if you're watching, it says device disconnected. You came in briefly with no camera, and I don't mind connecting you without a camera, but there's no audio there as well. So I'll kick you out of this one. Oh, let's have a look. No, he's gone again. I think you've got connection problems, so I'm just going to kick you out just for a second if you want to try and rejoin. Wow, so many people in one StreamYard session. I don't think it's ever got this busy before.
No, I've never seen an 8 up. You can do 10, can't you, Max?
I think so.
Yeah.
This is cool. It's working really,
Go
really
for it.
well.
Yeah.
Wow. So, from the top, Ray, sir, how are you doing all the way from Canada, you wonderful person?
I'm doing great. How are you?
Yeah, really good. Thank you very much.
All right. Hi,
What's,
Tony. Hi, Mark.
Hey.
Thanks for Clownfest. Kate has kept me sane. Last one around was amazing.
No problem. Thank you so much, my man. I'm glad you enjoyed it.
I did. It was a very sad time around here. Everything is locked down. Everything is closed. If you go out on the street past 10 p.m. in Quebec, you get $1,000 fine. So
No.
yeah, we stay inside.
Wow.
Goodness
Wow.
me.
Yeah.
It's a tough time, but we're making music and we're keeping the community going online as well as best we can on our end.
Wow.
Yeah.
Wow. So Icing says there's 8 nuns in a phone box, which is kind of a good analogy for Wow, that is crazy. That's proper lockdown. But you're making music in lockdown.
Making music, yeah. Getting ready for the next Modular World. It's going to be punk. So I'm
really?
Making
Punk Modular? That
a
sounds
punk
great.
song with a friend called Alexa. So we're going to be playing the next Modular World next month. And I brought out the guitar.
No, I love it. Wow.
Yeah. So I actually noticed that I could pull on this knob, and I did not know that before.
Oh wow, what does that engage? Turbo?
I have no idea. I have to figure it out after this.
I think a puppy just died.
Wow. You are not right.
Sorry.
What?
I said I think a puppy just died. I do apologise. David Serchek, I've just posted you the link again. No, that's wonderful. Normally that's kind of like a turbo boost or a disengage.
I have no idea. I thought I'd broken it.
Wagyu's just told us what it is. Apparently it's a coil split.
Really?
Splits the humbucker into a single coil, he says.
It doesn't have to be. I have no idea.
Kent can fix that.
It's this guy right here. I pulled it off because I thought it looked cool, and then it went up like this, and I was shocked. I don't use it enough. I use keyboards now. I'm just bringing this back for the punk song, but this morning we had a brunch with the kids, and I cut my finger doing the dishes, so it's going to be weird sounding.
It's a cool looking guitar.
Yeah, it's a Steelcaster from James Troussard.
Nice.
A very cool guy I met in Paris when I was in Europe a while back, and he makes guitars out of steel.
Really good.
And this is driftwood from the ocean, I guess.
Nice. Yeah. Well, I can't wait. So when's Modular World?
Modular World in February. I think the first week of February it's going to be out.
Okay.
It's going to be a patch on. It's making a punk sound out of modular, but I wanted to put guitar in there. I remember playing guitar in a previous life, so I want to bring that back.
Yeah, I remember you were saying a previous guest as well. You were telling us all about that, so that's cool. And, excellent. And it's live streamed, I guess.
We pre-record and we send out, and then they play it live.
Gotcha.
Exactly like Clownfest, but not as acidy and rocking. But this one will be because it'll be modular punk.
Yeah, exactly. Yeah. Lovely. Well, lovely to hear from you. Thank you so much.
Nice to see all you guys. I wish you all the best. And,
thank you.
Hopefully in 2023, going to travel to to and see you guys and say hello.
I hope so. Oh, that'd be great. Look us up. And by all means, dial in. We're going to do more dial-ins on this because it seems to be a fun thing to do. So please do come and
I just want to say hi to everybody. Hi, Tony. You're right up there.
Hey.
I see you right up there.
And Celebrity Squares.
Yeah, we could.
It should be back. It should be the other way around. Canada's north.
Look, I just got.
I just ordered.
Oh yes.
I just ordered the Mark II, and it doesn't come until March.
See, I'm gonna pass it up to Tony now.
Yeah.
I was thinking of donating this to your cause. If you want to have gifts to give at the end of the year, I don't use it enough, and I'm sure
Really?
somebody. And it's Dominic. Look, it's got the same faceplate as you do.
You've got the same listen, man. I mean, if we could do
I'll send it over if you
auction,
like, and we can
man.
donate
We'll see how
it
you
to
do
somebody.
that would be incredible.
All right,
That would be
I like
so
sending gear.
incredible. Thank you. Thank
Yes,
you.
he does. I can attest to this.
Hi, Tony.
Big
It's
love
over
in
here.
the chat. Just amazing. Oh, he's got his gear as well. Thank you, sir. Thank you so much. Thank you so much.
Much love. I have to drop off. I just want to say hi and stay safe, guys. Make a lot of music and keep bringing those Clownfest because they rock, man.
100%.
I will.
Thanks, man.
Big up.
Take care, guys. Bye now.
All right.
Fat Dust and Jules in the house. Can I have Fat Dust first? How are you, sir?
Oh, now good. But before Christmas it wasn't so well, as you know. The whole family was down with the COVID, but now we are all good. So
Good. I'm glad they've recovered.
I hope this year is gonna be again with me and music, and I'll finish finally at least one song. I already started. I got to do and putsa. So good start for everything.
Well on your way.
That's done, isn't it? That's what else does one need?
But I have to share with this thing here. I don't know if you know it.
Data corruptor.
It's an earthquake device. Earthquake devices. Data corruptor. Sorry.
Nice.
And it says that it's monophonic analog harmonizer. But it's absolutely mental institution. It's seriously like a mental fuss combined with anything which is not from this planet.
Man.
It's seriously good.
That sounds amazing.
It is.
What sort of? I know you can't really do an impression of it, but if I stick a synth line in, what kind of happens? What does it corrupt?
It's a harmonizer. So you got root and oscillator, then you got a sub-octave or two sub-octaves.
Nice.
Then you got a modulation, frequency modulation. You can have a square oscillator on the top of everything again.
Mad.
So it's seriously it's powerful.
Is it expensive?
Up to 200.
That's for pedal. I think that's in the right ballpark. Wow, that sounds great.
Yeah, it is. It is not like a Moog prices, and the sound is really good.
And what's the manufacturer? Sorry, I missed you. I missed what you were saying about who made it. Sorry.
It's a Earthquaker device.
Cool. Right. Yeah, they're mad. Excellent. Oh,
Yeah, they're really good.
Wagu's saying Lisa Belladonna uses those.
Yeah. She was presenting as well. So we can be like very subtle, like a fuzz kind of.
Mm-hmm.
But then it can go over to the dimensions like a game changer audio and this kind of thing. So if anybody will have a chance, go for it.
Nice.
It's very good.
Cool.
Isn't Lisa Belladonna on, or have I missed Lisa Belladonna, Robbie, in my sick bed?
She was on just before Christmas.
Oh, I missed it. Wow.
Yeah, so it's all there. You can go back and watch it.
I shall go back and watch it. Fabulous.
She's great. Yeah.
Anything apart from good health and prosperity for you in 2022 and finishing a track, which sounds like you're pretty much done anyway, to be honest. Just needs a master.
What do you want from me, man? Come on, behave yourself. Yeah, I have to lose the weight.
Oh, that reminds me. Yes, we all have to lose weight. Right, I've got this plan, Mr Wiggly. I don't know whether to call it the Mr Wiggly Slimming Club, not swimming club, or swimming club. Maybe we should call it that.
Be careful there with the words.
Or the Mr Wiggly Healthy Eating Club, which is but anyway, so yeah, if anyone fancies joining the Mr Wiggly, let's call it the Mr Wiggly Slimming Club for now. Get a copy. Yeah. No, because I put on so much weight, it's crazy. Get a copy of My Fitness Pal, and be probably if you're into kind of weight watching and everything, you're probably into it already. Let me just clear some space on my screen. My Fitness Pal is a free app, which is not going to focus, but it's a really cool app. It runs on Android and iOS, and I think it's a website. It's called My Fitness Pal. I don't own it. I don't have nothing to do with it. It's a completely free app. You can subscribe to get extra stuff, but you really don't need to subscribe to use it. You know, you can subscribe to get extra protein information or something like that. And then you can form a group with your mates by adding their username. So I'm a mate with a mate of mine from ages ago. But if you want to do it, let me just pull up this banner. You need to add me, and I'm in there as Dom Hawken. So if you grab MyFitnessPal on your mobile, add me as Dom Hawken, you'll see I'm about 102 kilograms, I think. I'm 6 foot a bit, so I'm still overweight, but I'm not in the obese category quite. And we can then race each other or just support each other and just say how we're doing, and maybe if enough people join, we can have a little chart of how much carbohydrate we've eaten or whatever on each week. So that would be cool. Yeah, so that was my 2022 goal, is to actually not necessarily lose loads of weight, but just eat more healthily, and hopefully I'll lose a little bit of weight as we go. I've got an Apple Watch which I got for Christmas, which also keeps telling me to get up and walk about, which is quite interesting because I obviously just sit around for far too long.
Yeah, I've got one of those too.
It's really quite surprising. What's interesting about MyFitnessPal is, if you haven't come across it, you put in what you eat, but it has a barcode scanner, so you can hold up, say, I don't know, this can of Sprite, and you can just go and it'll go, blip, can of Sprite, 0 calories, and add it to your lunch or whatever. And it's amazing how many calories are in food that you wouldn't expect. Like my kind of go-tos for putting weight on are cream crackers and hot cross buns. Are my two favourite things. And a cream cracker is about 35 calories. So if you eat 10 cream crackers, you've done lunch. I mean, it's ridiculous. And don't get me started about hot cross buns. You might as well just eat a ton of Mars bars instead of hot cross buns. So yeah, if anyone's interested, hit me up. I'll promote it over the next few weeks. MyFitnessPal, Dom Hawken, DOMHAWKEN, and we can be mates and we can lose weight together. So yes,
I'm in.
So yeah, let's go. Yes.
I just can't read the barcode on this one, mate. Sorry.
It's got
That's
one
my weak spot.
Way to go, Robert.
It's the one person at a time thing that pops on the scale.
You said,
thank you, Fat Dust.
You said one line per time. Come on.
Jules, how are you, sir?
Hello, I'm all right. How are you?
Oh, you're very loud.
You're looking well and healthy. Oh, I am a bit loud. Sorry, that's probably just me. I'll just quieten down slightly. Is that just me?
I know that, man.
Hello, do you? Who's that? Who's that there?
It's Jim. Jules, you put me on at your gig at Sheldon's.
I did. Bloody hell!
Yeah.
Hello, how are you? Nice to see you. Christ. Yes, bloody hell, yes, we did. Only not that long ago. Hello, Jim. How are you? Nice to see you. We had a lovely chat and a pint and everything in my bar, Sheldon's in Colwyn Bay. If anybody fancies a fantastic cocktail in Colwyn Bay in North Wales at any point in time, just pop into Sheldon's. I'll mix you something special. Jim will attest to that.
Yeah, absolutely.
Anyway, good evening, John.
What a weird. Yeah. What can I say?
I played a gig in November, wasn't it?
You did. You did.
What's he like as a promoter?
I'm rubbish, but Jim is absolutely phenomenal. I mean, honestly, that was an astonishing set, and it was the first time, Jim, that you'd played for, I can't remember, what did you say, for a long time, wasn't it?
First time I'd done live electronic music since the 90s.
Yeah.
And it's the first ever solo gig I've ever played as well. So.
It was, and honestly, it was amazing. Everybody, the whole audience was mesmerised by the whole situation. It was phenomenal, absolutely phenomenal.
Much. Oh, cool.
It was,
It was
astonishing.
If anyone does want to drop off, I'm not saying please drop off in the slightest. You're very welcome to stay for as long as you want, but don't feel obliged if you've got stuff to do.
Yeah, I'm going to let somebody else.
Okay, thank you so much, Richard. You are a wonderful, wonderful
man.
Bye,
Rich. My pleasure. Great to see everybody.
See you in a
Happy
few
New
weeks.
Year. Love to the family.
Happy New Year. Have a good one, Rich.
Thank you.
Cheers.
Thanks so much for your time. And Tony, you're heading off as well, did you say?
Yeah, I'll let somebody else pop in.
Oh man, thank you so much for joining.
Yeah,
it's lovely
thank you.
to see you. We should definitely do this again. I think it works.
Yeah, I enjoy it.
Which is really cool. We can get a get together of the Mr Wiggly Slimming Club, and we can all come on and chat about. Thanks, Tony. Have a good day.
Bye.
Cheers. Nice one. If anyone wants to pop up, Inky, you did say you might pop in. Yeah, you need to find. I've got a picture of you because you weren't going to come on camera.
May I just say something?
Yeah, of course.
I would like to thank you for what you're doing, because this is really nice show, and these kind of things I can't see that anywhere else, that you ask your audience to get in. So thank you for that, Dom. And Mr. Clown, thank you for what you're doing. I mean, you're doing a bloody good job, mate.
Just doing my job, sir. Literally just doing my job.
Good on you. Thank you guys for having me, and I will say goodbye, and nice show.
Cheers, Fat Dust. Thanks so much. You're very welcome anytime. And thank you very much for the kind words. No, this is fun, and this is absolutely fun, and it's just nice finding different kind of formats, you know. Let's just see.
I'll add a bit into Mark Gardner there, if I may, actually, Dom, as well, because I've got a new show. Obviously, I'm not going to try and promote something, but I've got a new show coming out.
You should promote it. Sorry, just to interrupt.
Thank you very much.
I know Jules is doing a radio show coming up, and you're very, very welcome to say whatever you want.
Thank you very much.
Please go ahead.
I've got a new show coming up on Wednesday, which is on Drift Radio. And Mark, thank you very much indeed, because the first song and the last song are Dominic's songs that he did on Clownfest, which were Beasley Street. And what was the first one, Dom?
Nodder.
It was indeed Nodder and Beasley Street. So it's bookended with those two songs. So thank you very much to you, Mark, for prompting Dominic to make those amazing pieces of music, because they are just superb. They're amazing.
Yep, I totally agree. I'm well happy and proud that Dom wants to be a part of Clownfest. I'm well happy and proud that anybody wants to be a part of Clownfest, and it's just exploded massively. So thank you all.
You're a hero for putting it on.
Oh no! Just doing my job, sir. Just doing my job.
Just tell us again about the show, because you didn't quite make out what the station was.
Absolutely. Sorry. Yeah. So we've also got the Pulsate Radio that still goes on in the background as well. But we've got a new show which is Drift Radio. So if you go to drift.radio, that's drift.radio, and then that goes out every Wednesday at 7 p.m. and it's just a 1 hour dance music show. So what we try and do is put on a little bit of the underground stuff, a little bit of different, a bit of stuff that people haven't heard, maybe not mainstream. But we've got a little bit of mainstream this week, because you're not mainstream, Dom, but you know.
No, but I'm not obscure.
There you go. But we've got some good stuff on this week. You've got you bookending the show, but we've also got Jay Robinson in there, who's just fantastic, who's absolutely amazing. Don't know if you've come across Jay Robinson before, but he's just astonishing. He's just done the official remix of Jason Derulo's Acapulco, which is astonishing. So we've got all sorts of bits and pieces on there. And we've also got a little bit of a snippet of the interview we did, crikey, 6-8 months ago, Dominic. I don't know. A little snippet in there about what you did with Tribe Called Quest in there as well.
Nice.
So it's a great show.
Well, yeah, definitely. Thank you so much. I mean, Jules is definitely one to follow, because you just do so many amazing little things that start popping up. I am going to do this now, and the stream that you've been doing is absolutely phenomenal. So there's just so much of this stuff around, which is just needs more attention, to be honest, and it takes a certain amount to get to this kind of critical level of followship, which I think, to be honest, out of all of us, the clown stuff is now on the verge of that. It already has a huge following, but it's crossing over now into proper mainstream territory in a viewership way, which is great. So you can pull us all along with you, which will be marvellous. But no, thanks.
Thank you very much indeed.
What night is the show? Sorry, Pulse Radio.
Wednesday night, 7 p.m. So if you go to Pulse, Pulse.radio, that'll get you. Sorry, not Pulse.radio, Drift.radio.
Drift.radio. Yeah, sorry.
Drift.radio. I'm thinking of the show.
And you can hear my tracks.
Absolutely, first and last, the best way to put them, just to big it up and then slow us down. But they are though, Dom, because we've got the big one at the front, then we've got the nice chill down at the end. It's just amazing.
Fab. Oh, well, thank you very, very much indeed. Very the kind words and for joining us. Very, very cool to see you. Thank you so much. And stick around if you wish, or drop out if you wish.
Absolutely.
We have got Jim and David still to come. Thank you for your patience. Jim, how are you doing, sir? Now that you know that Jules is here as well. What have you been up to?
Well, basically, I've moved cities. So I've moved from Manchester to Derby. I did that just before Christmas. So this is like new studio setup I've got here, which I managed to get together in probably record time. But yeah, it's sounding good. I've got it all calibrated. It's
nice.
Plus or minus 4 dB, pretty much from like 28 hertz to 20k.
Wow.
It's like little null at about 90 hertz, and that's about it.
What did you use to calibrate? I mean, not to measure. What have you got in line that actually changes the phase and the frequencies, or is it just
I use SonarWorks, but what I try and do is get everything as flat as possible before, so I use that as I sometimes use Room EQ Wizard as well. But SonarWorks does a basic good broad calibration anyway.
Brilliant.
Good measurement. So
such a brilliant thing to do. My life changed. I bought this box a few years ago now when they were less available, but it's called a mini DSP. And it has a kind of they make different models. They make a model that you put in conference rooms to make the phone stop working, but they also make some higher end studio ones, digital ones and analog ones, and you analyze the room. So you put comes with a mic actually that's you put kind of here, and then it plays all the tones through the various speakers and adjusts the phase and the frequencies. The difference was astonishing. I realized that what I thought was flat out of these Dynaudios was not flat at all, and it changed what I was able to mix. I can trust my ears. Before I was kind of putting on a tune to judge it against and never feeling quite certain. Honestly, and this thing was back then was about 700 quid, I think, but nowadays I'm sure you can get stuff to do it either in software or a lot cheaper, and I highly recommend it. If you're lucky enough to have some space where your speakers are in the same spot. It's brilliant.
I mean, it's really nice being able to do it in hardware, because then you've not got to worry about the latency. Everything's just done. You're not worried about whether it's switched on or whether you're switched on to the headphone calibration rather than the speaker, etc. So it's just nice you've got that set up like that. But Sonar works really well.
Now you're set up. What's the 2022 plans?
Probably not buy any more gear.
Come on, it's got to be achievable plans.
I've got a Specular Tempest pedal on the way, which is going to be really good. I'm looking forward to that. Just lovely, lovely reverbs. I've got an Octatrack that I really need to learn and try and integrate into my live setup, because I want to do some sort of live guitar looping as well, sort of doing it live.
Nice.
So even though, as Jules will probably attest, I kind of had my hands full with what I was doing at his bar. With all the pedals and like Digitone and Digitact I was using there. It's quite a sort of streamlined setup, but it was good fun. It was really hands-on sort of set though. But I want to see if I can incorporate some sort of synth guitar stuff using the Octatrack as well. But it might be a stretch too far, but I'm going to see how I go.
Sounds great. It's good to be able to play out live, right, as well, because obviously gigs are short and far between. But I think that really focuses you on what you need to be able to play and what's superfluous. I mean,
I'll come back if you'll have me, Jules. So.
100% anytime, Jim. Honestly, you were the highlight of the night. You were amazing.
Oh, brilliant! Thanks very much for the kind words. Appreciate it. And I'll probably be in touch, Mark, about possibly doing something for Clownfest.
Yeah,
That'd
do it.
really
Absolutely.
Cool.
That would be really cool.
Excellent.
We have another member. Hold on tight, everybody. Stand by, David. It is Captain Gaz.
Hey!
How lovely to see you, sir.
Yeah. Dead pleased. Yeah. Hey. Wow. It's like a party. I'm so pleased to be here. Thank you so much.
It's an absolute pleasure. I popped you when we were chatting about some other stuff earlier. I said, if you want to come down and cheer us all up with our 2020. The chat's gone wild. You're a massive superstar. You're just an online sensation, Gaz. Thank you so much for joining in.
That's very kind. But we were talking about something good. You can't talk about it yet, can you?
No.
It's really good. It's really good. It's really good. So I tell you what, speaking about 2022, that's something that's really good that's going to be coming.
That's so kind. That's so kind. It's very frustrating. We can't.
Yeah.
Those of you who caught a Sonic State pre-to-air broadcast would have found out about it. Because guys went, look at this. I said, no.
Yeah, but I mean, to be fair, you hadn't kind of prepped me at all. It came out of the blue, and but I tell you what, it is something that is really cool. It is something really cool. So you'll all have to wait and see. Yeah. So
soon. But how about with you, sir?
I'm just really good actually. I've got some really good news has been coming in over the last few days about gigs. Some terrible news about gigs as well. The tour, I mentioned this on Sonic State the other day, the tour that I was on that got postponed because of COVID at the end of last year is now happening the week of Superbooth.
Oh, that's the one supporting charlatans, right?
That's right. Same week. And that's like, you know, really conflicting, isn't it? I mean, it's really hard to. I mean, I'm sort of committed to the tour, really. Being, you know, when you take on these jobs, it's, you know.
So what are you going to do?
Well, I mean, I should clarify this by saying, like, Super Booth for me is like my kind of. I don't know. It's become the
summit,
center.
right? Yeah.
I love it there so much. That is the event to go to. It truly is, because they get this thing just right of like the balance of it being, you know, like a trade fair, which I suppose is what it ostensibly is, but with with it being a creative festival, and it just strikes the absolute perfect balance. And I think it's really cool to kind of go and you need to go for the whole time. They're cutting it down by 1 day, so it's normally 4 days. It's going to be 3 days this year. But the way it's such a coming together of all these manufacturers, there's a palpable electricity in the kind of environment, and it's so supportive, and you don't hear people dissing other. It's all really encouraging and excited. And it's an absolute pleasure to feel part of that community, you know, and I think we've got a fantastic global community, and that really, I think, is a fantastic summit. You know, you've got the gear there, but the coming together of the people. So, I mean, I cannot emphasize enough, go. If you like this stuff, go. You know, it's in Germany, it's in Berlin, hopefully travel restrictions. It's in May. What do you think?
Well, we can but hope. Yeah, I mean, we I mean, they're obviously hitting it. Are you going to be able to go? Or
I can't because of the clash of the tour.
What a shame.
Yeah, but this is why I'm pleading for you to go in my place, you know.
Well. Yeah. Wow.
Yeah, but you should go. I mean,
I've never been, and every year I've been thinking, I must go.
Just put it in the diary and go.
Right.
Honestly, just do it.
I can just say I'm Gaz. Hey, I got the hair plug-in.
There you
You
go.
have.
Separated at birth.
Yeah, but you got to get the beard plug-in correct.
Yeah, I can work on it. I've got time.
Come in. But everybody listening, everybody should go. Just put it in your diary and go, and like worry about the money or whatever later. You know, just do it.
Yeah.
Listen to Gaz.
You
I've
will
been.
not.
It's a great place.
You will not regret it. You'll only regret not going, like me. I'll be regretting it, but
maybe the tour will get pushed back again. You never know how things work out. How long is the gig? The days of the
It's only 5 dates left to do, but it is the tour of Scotland, so and it's getting up to Aberdeen. It's Aberdeen, Glasgow, and Edinburgh. What else are we playing? Nottingham, Rock City, and somewhere else. Leeds.
Synth Addict is saying I can walk around with you on video and just here it goes.
Remote
so,
Gaz.
I mean, at the most recent one, you know, did you see the outside bit, the bit called the bungalow? Now this is all part of the new, you know, the kind of COVID Super thing. But what that meant was you had this beautiful little environment with these huts, and these huts you could go in, shut the door, and you'd be in just a little sound chamber that was without all the normal noise and hubbub from a show. So you could go into these little rooms. The Expressive E had one of these rooms, you know, showing the Osmos, which was the best thing I've ever played in my life. 100%.
Wow.
In terms of synthesizer, 100%. You can't have more than 100%, can you? You can't say.
That's it.
You know,
that's game over.
Right.
In what way, Gaz, though? In what way was that the best thing ever you've played?
Because it's alive. It's like, it's just, it connects to some sort of need that I've got to be really expressive, you know. I can't help but being expressive about things, so I want my instruments to follow my my contours, you know. And it just feels magnificent. The speed of the system, you know, like, you know, with it being very, very polyphonic, multi-dimensional, expressivity on all the fingers, you know, as you're playing, but it doesn't feel laggy at all. It feels good. Wow. It feels really good. So that's the thing. That's the one. The sound, because it can connect to the world via various means, the sound is amazing. It's the Egan matrix, so it's got all that Harken continuum development, all kind of, it's a beautiful thing. In the room in Super Booth, it was being shared actually with the Expressive E were in with Harken Audio. I think they maybe have had two. No, I'm sorry. I think there might have been two rooms, but in the Harken Audio, they also had the Osmos there. I think no, maybe it was the same room. Yeah, of course, because they had the beautiful Le Voix de Luthier acoustic speakers that you can actually attach onto the back of the Osmos. There's these special attachments, and so you can fit this resonating chamber. Oh, so the experience of that as well, playing it through that, just like such an organic acoustic experience. But it's the complete best cutting edge thing in the world. It absolutely is. It absolutely is. And I will eat everybody watching's hat. So
live on stream.
That's a lot of hats.
Back next week for some hat eating then. Same time next week.
Yeah.
Wow.
Yeah.
So, that sounds amazing. I've not really
but that was the point, the deviating there though, that having those rooms in the Super Booth, these, you know, it's beautiful in the woods, was an extra delight. It was fantastic.
Yeah,
so
it looked amazing.
They're going to bring that back for this one as well. So more reason to go, everybody. You know, you will not regret it if you go to Super Booth. You will have the time of your life, guaranteed.
Well, are you going, Mark?
I'd like to. If funds permit and we can get travel, then I'm definitely going to go. Full clown paint and everywhere.
Go, definitely. Yeah. Oh, yeah, that's right. I remember it was a couple of years ago when you went up there.
Yeah, that was my first time.
Anyone in the chat going? It would be great if it would be great if it came together. Obviously, we should. If you're not, we should be in Scotland watching Gas.
Get a gang.
I was just about to say that, Gaz. Yeah, get a gang together. Let's all go.
Yeah.
Yes. Please.
All right. Dom at mrwiggly.co.uk. DOM at mrwiggly.co.uk. If you want to go, let's get a coach party and head off, or a private jet or something.
I like this idea.
I love it. I've always partied, you see, at Super Booth as well, like way into the night, till like 5 a.m. I've got certain friends who will meet up over there, like I almost call him Sir Richard. Yes, Sir Richard Nicol. And it's a brilliant place to have wonderful late night boozy, or if not boozy if you don't want, but you know,
absolutely. No,
talking about all the stuff we love to talk about really excitedly to lots of people who all smile and go, yes.
Awesome. Inky's in the chat. Call us in, Inky. You don't have to come on screen. I've got the picture of Inky on standby in case she does dial in. It needs to be used. Surely it needs to be used. Thank you, guys. That's epic. Aside from all of that, any 2022, I really want to sort, you know, the SP404 obviously is the new Looper is highlighting. What is it? A new version of this is obviously.
Oh yeah, the Mark II.
Exciting you. Yeah, absolutely. Yeah. Anything else on your list?
Well, so next week I'm going to go and spend a few days with Steve Davis. We're working on a project, hopefully this, you know, and with gigs coming, you know, so this is something
we've ace.
Yeah, I think we can. I think I said to Steve, you know, I'd like to go kind of public with this kind of stuff because I want to sort of document some of the travels, you know. So we're going to be tomorrow I'm meeting up with a guy who's been building a new case He's got a company called Damaru. So this case, we're going to fit. It's a Eurorack case. 107. 2 rows of 100. Sorry, 104. 2 rows of 104 with a 1 euro in the middle. And that's. And I think it's like I'll show this. I'm going to show this case because I'm really interested now in my journey in Eurorack. You know, I've tried to chronicle real bumbling, kind of getting everything wrong, but just kind of.
No, it's been ace. I love watching what you get up to. It's brilliant.
But this now feels now it's time. Over the last few months, I decided to go kind of personal and private with my development with Eurorack. I needed, because I'd sort of just done it really personally, really publicly from the beginning, you know, putting my very first module into a case, into spending some time. Well, actually, I spent some time with Steve last summer, and that really changed it blew my mind, actually, and it opened my mind to what it meant to become a modular musician.
Right.
And Steve was the kind of influence there, because he was trying to get me away from playing with regular keyboards and to kind of think about the modules themselves as the music creation.
It's just kind of crazy,
you know, to get away from what you know,
to
really go into this. You know, I've been playing, as you have, Dom, you know, long time.
It's a whole different ball game. What's interesting, and I don't know if everyone knows in the chat, this is the Steve Davis that was the snooker player, who's now just turned into an amazing DJ knowledge of music kind of encyclopedia.
He's got impeccable music taste, and
also a Eurorack aficionado, bar none, really. I mean,
that translates to his musicianship. When you see him play in the Utopia Strong with Kavas Tarabi and Mike York. So Kavas, frontman of Gong, and he plays in this band with Steve. And the Utopia Strong, in fact, they are supporting my favourite band of all time, or one of my absolute favourite bands of all time, Magma, the mighty Magma, in gigs in London. They're the support act. So
fantastic.
So that's exciting. When's that? In June.
Man, I mean, I'm sure when you go, hey! Ow, sorry about that. Thank you so much, Kent Spong. Not only have you been on the show, you've also given us £20. Thank you very much that you've found in your pocket. Thank you so much. All to Great Ormond Street Hospital, so thank you. And you fired off the wiggly horn, although people have said that sounds weird. I was just going to say, when you go public properly with this, it's very newsworthy, Steve Davis playing music. I mean, it's great. Sunday supplement style newspaper, what does Steve Davis do now? It's fascinating.
I mean, if you grew up in Britain in the 1980s, you know, it's not like, you know, the snooker players were just gigantic celebrities. The culture, snooker was so big.
It's massive, wasn't
it? Yeah, like crazy. So Steve, so he comes. I don't know anyone else really, apart from Charlotte Church, who I also play with, who's come over from such big change from celebrity to kind of, you know,
proper,
you know.
I interviewed Steve Davis last year. It was about, I can't remember, like May or June last year or something like that.
Brilliant.
And he was fantastic. It was brilliant. But he was saying his first ever proper gig DJing was Glastonbury. And he was saying he's like 3 weeks before he'd started DJing, didn't know how to mix properly, didn't know how to do anything, and then his first gig was Glastonbury. It was just like astounding. It was like, what am I doing? What am I doing? So it was astounding.
Oh man, that's it. David Searcher, I'm terribly sorry we haven't called you in. You're being super patient. I've just got Inky should have connected as well. She's not on stream, so this is Inky live from live from space. From Panic Bonkers. Are you there?
From the moon.
Earth calling Inky, over.
Can you hear me from the moon?
Yes, over. How are you?
I'm brilliant. How are you? How are you all?
Very, 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 very good. Thank you very much. And can we also say a big hello to David Serchek as well, who's been stuck there for ages, waiting for us to finish off talking. How are you, sir?
Good. Can you hear me okay?
Yes, absolutely. Plus your dog, I think, whining every now and then in the background.
Oh, well, actually, Olivia's, that little black area behind me is a cat fort, and Olivia's, it's a closet.
Oh, fantastic. I heard someone go, shh.
Yeah, and so every once in a while I was like, I heard the music, and I was like, what is this music? Is she... But, yeah, it was funny. I think I changed all my 2022. I was scribbling and changing all my plans as I was waiting. I was like, well, that's a good idea. Let's just scratch that one. But so I like everyone, it's like, oh, I'm going to keep working on the studio. So I got this Elgato.
Oh, yeah.
I call it face palm instead of face cam because it only uses a 3.0 USB. And I went around to my dismay and realized all my computers are 2.0 USB.
Nice.
I was like, what is going on? It's just a I'm like, it's a freaking thing. Why can't
That's half the fun of it, though. That's
so I get a new computer now. That's on my new list. So I scratched off.
Yeah, absolutely.
New
Absolutely.
computer.
Well, that's your 2020 plan. Inky, 2020 plans. Polish the planet.
Yeah, I've got an hour set to do a month and find another artist to do one or two.
Nice.
Another hour set once a month.
Wow.
So that's pretty cool.
Where can we hear these?
That's on KDK DJs, and also Mark can help me out. It's to the is it PMB TV website?
Public Broadcast Music Television.
PBMTV.
Yeah.
It goes out on there on a Wednesday. Thanks, Mark.
No problem.
Nice. And this is something you're involved with as well, isn't it? I think the URL goes out on there.
Yes, indeed. Basically, it's just a public broadcast music TV. Literally, he wants as much content as he can. Wants to stream 24 hours a day. And yeah, I've let the URL to them. So see how it goes.
Nice. Yeah, but there's loads of people watching. There's like I clicked on it once. There's like 1,000 people watching, and you're going, I best not think about that, else we might not be doing this. You know, it's
totally.
Wow.
Yeah, so we don't watch that. We watch the YouTube where there's about 12 of us, and it's just the DJs. Makes it a lot easier just to, do what you got to do.
It's
really
weird with the live stuff actually, because a lot of people, same is true with Sonic State, watch afterwards and catch up on the podcasts and stuff. Whereas viewings will be 100 or so people or whatever. But it's weird the way that works. Definitely, there's a type of person that watches a live stream like this, and a type of person that just watches a YouTube, stuff. And there's far more people who just do the YouTube thing and kind of look through what's going on. So. But there are an awful lot of people afterwards that will just come and catch it, which is kind of sweet. Makes it all worthwhile. Let me just pop you all back on again.
I'm going to head out now, mate.
All right, sir.
Good to see you.
Very much
Welcome
for
back.
joining.
Glad you're all well.
Thank you. Yeah, really. And who's on next Friday?
Who have we got? Oh, we've got Glenn Darcy, ASM.
Oh, cool.
So he's on this Friday. Next Friday we've got Martin Bloody Ware of Heaven 17 and Human League.
You're getting
Where did you get these from?
Amazing.
All in my back pocket, mate. No, it's the Italian connection. No, it's honestly, we ask people and we expect everyone to say nah, and they all say yeah, when, and then they all come back and say, can we come on again? So yeah, we've got Martin Ware. Who else have we got lined up? We got some pretty good ones. We actually said that this year we were going to take our foot off the gas. And we got Richard Hilton coming on in February. We got Adamski, we've got a very special one coming up at the end of February. We can't say yet, but we've had like a yes ...
Does his first name begin with R?
No.
Oh, okay.
We're going to have to sit on our hands on that one. We've also got Dan Goldstein from Cherry Audio, Starsky Carr, Michael Whalen, Dave Bryce. Jewish Schlesinger. So we've got some really good people coming up, and that's just like the first quarter of the month. So yeah, every Friday 7 p.m. UK.
Nice. Pro Synth Network on YouTube. Go look it up. Go join the Facebook group. It is an awesome thing. Again, a very welcoming, inviting bunch, a very eclectic bunch of people from megastars through to people like me. So it's all cool. Yeah, really good.
Pro Synth Network live from Super Booth 2022.
Well, exactly.
We were
from the bus.
Yeah, I was planning on doing Super Booth in 2020, and then of course stuff happened, and so the money's been put in the back pocket. So fingers crossed.
From the Wiggly Mobile.
Yeah, even NAM maybe we're thinking if we can raise the funds.
Well, it's our June, isn't it now?
Yeah,
is it?
yeah. So we'll see. Tie in with work.
Wow.
So, yeah. Cool.
Well, thank you very, very much indeed for joining us.
No, thank you for having me.
And,
nice to meet everyone, and nice to see you
again,
guys.
Robbie.
Yeah, man. You, Robbie.
Bye,
Take
Robbie.
care. See you later. Bye.
Bye.
Just back to David, because I know you were waiting so long. What, any plans coming up to get stuff finished for 2022? Anything to inspire us that you're going to look back in at 2023 and go, I did that. I finished that track.
Yeah, let's get started when I'm going to finish. Yeah, I would. I tell you the thing that's been. Maybe we've all done this. I am really thinking about a record label. I understand the financial situation with them, so I'm trying to. I'm more looking at it a little longer term, putting away some money, and looking at it as something. Maybe when I do it, I can actually get some real help professionally. So I'm not just doing labels, in the 8 o'clock at night.
Yeah.
So I'd rather take my time and do it kind of in the way I guess I know how to do things based on my background. So
yeah, exactly. I mean, it's not usually anymore for the finances, but you never know with labels. I mean,
it's fine. I don't really. It wouldn't necessarily be a day job, but I think I have a way of doing it that I don't. Would be maybe I'd approach it more like I have to do my my day job. I do have a lot of skills, but they're not necessarily translatable to always to. In a way, to being an artist, which is what we all want to be first and foremost, and should,
100%.
But so yeah, that's kind of the long term. Obviously, putting another release out with Triplicate, they were really wonderful to me last year, and got me on Bandcamp's daily thing, and that was a really
great,
big, relatively speaking, a big pop. I know Jim just got his first thing on Bandcamp. I was excited.
Congratulations.
I think last week I was like, when are you going to get on Bandcamp? Because that's a whole nother thing, and it's much more connected to Twitter, which is kind of my background a little more. So it's, everything has these, as we know, it has these other communities. So there's different ways to do things. So I think that's a big thing. And then musically speaking, here goes my daughter. I got my nifty cases. I think I got a couple of them now. And
they're bargains, aren't they?
Oh, they're fabulous. And people have one little problem online, and they're like, "This is rubbish." I'm just gonna go get an IntelliGel. I'm like, and then I just, of course, I have to jump in. Why don't have you talked to Create Audio? I've tried to press this. I'm like, have you talked to Create Audio? They're like, put this patch, and I'm like, bye bye. So, but no, it's really fascinating. I think that, and I think we're gonna get another big iOS. We're kind of ready for another quantum leap with iOS. So I think that, and modular, as Gaz is, I've watched some of his episodes. It's
oh no.
But there's some really cool stuff like the the Circuit Happy, or I always get them all messed up. Where you tie in the Ableton link, so you could do some really cool stuff to make all these things work together. So I think that's my big plans.
Cool. Well, that's a great one.
Yeah.
Can I jump in just to say one thing, because I'm probably going to shoot in a moment, but
no worries.
I thought it might be quite relevant really to everybody, I guess, who's maybe dabbling with modular, but in the sorry, I'm bringing this back to the working with Steve just very briefly.
Yeah, sure, go for it.
When in the summer we were jamming and we were picking. Initially, we were like, it's difficult to tell you who's who, what you're doing, because you can generate such a lot of sound that when you put it together with another person, then you kind of lose what you're doing as it merges together. And the more we were playing, the more we were being able to kind of hear each other really kind of as sort of defined elements. And it was like, oh, okay. And that was when the sort of penny dropped, really.
Right.
And then following on from that is where I started spend a lot of money on modules.
But that's amazing, because I've seen people at a modular thing jamming, and obviously you've got shared clock and they're all off. They do seem to be locked slightly in their own little worlds, and I've not done that. But I've always wondered how insular it could be, like when you guitar and bass and everything. But what you're saying is, if you can fall into that, clearly what you need is a horn to go off every now and then in the middle of your modular jam. Thank you, 100 Things I Do, loving the show, finally catching it live. Really, really pleased to see you. And hello, Sunshine as well, the previous guest, a lovely, lovely, lovely guy who does some amazing jams. So thank you for that. And thank you very much for the $20. That's really, really cool. Wow. To what you were saying, it's really pleasing to hear that, if you can actually sort of join the club and be part of it rather than be reactive, if you see what I mean.
It got me thinking now, you see, about like, because the thing that I was struggling with before was just like, I don't know what it is. I don't know how to make music with it. I just kind of know what they are. I've been in bands all my life, and I make music, and I do it in all sorts of ways. But the kind of modular thing, and just in terms of my own sort of path for it, I hadn't found it. It was just sort of woo, But once that was when it kind of clicked, though, because straight away it was that thing. It was more like me being in a band, communicating with another person, and that thing. I think that's my kind of muse, really, is to be a band musician, to play with other people.
Yeah, that's very similar. For, gosh, I'd say 10 to 15 years ago, I was in a kind of I came from a post-punk and different types of bands, and then I got with the guitar player, and we had a two-piece kind of electronic, and we really struggled for the first year playing together, trying to figure out how can we sync up. And then we decided, okay, we're just going to kind of relative time and twist knobs, and then we both just shelved it, and kind of went our own way. But the nice thing, to your point, with some of these, like the Ableton Link, there are some pretty cool ways now where you can kind of connect with another musician, using different instruments, and kind of at least clock to each other to some degree. But it's completely different than being in a band. And but that experience of a band, to me, is a great place to start, because you're listening on such an intense level to another group. But then
music is communication, though, isn't it? Ultimately, and like if you are communicating with that other person and they reciprocate, it becomes a conversation.
There's a telepathy, isn't there? I'm sure you've experienced it, Gaz. Like that, you see it with bass and drums, the rhythm section of a good band. And I've been lucky enough to play with a couple, never Gaz, but you look at a drummer and a bass player who've played together for a long time, and they're just playing, looking at each other, and there is literally telepathy. So if the drummer wants to push the kick, the bass is already following it, and it's astonishing when you see it.
Yeah, it's beautiful. Like it's beautiful.
I gotta jump, guys. Sorry,
David. Thank you so much.
I got a hurt puppy. I gotta take care of.
Oh, go for it. No. Thank you so much. I hope everything's okay.
No,
all right.
Yeah, I'll take
it easy, man. Take it easy. Yeah, that telepathy is just like, incredible. Absolutely incredible. Inky, you're still there. I think what we should probably do is wind this up. It's gone 9:00. What a fantastic time. Are you still there, Inky?
Yes, I'm still here. I'm enjoying everything. Yeah, completely agree with what Gaz was saying, and the telepathy. Yeah, it's nothing better than being with somebody else to make music with, or a couple of people.
Yeah, totally. What's happening with Hardware Jams, just so we can square the circle?
We have got a day at Clownfest, apparently.
Oh, fantastic!
We have got our own day with Mark Garner's Clownfest. That's been organised by Jonathan Cross, and then we're just doing what we do every week.
That's awesome. Thank you so much for doing that. That's brilliant, Mark. That's a great idea as well. Fantastic. Yep. Oh, gorgeous puppy as well.
I love you can have him, Dom. Please take him off my hands. Oh, please. He's so annoying. Take him.
Oh, you can't say that.
I can.
This the cat.
I know.
No idea. The cat's taken off anyway.
2 of mine moved out.
Oh, no.
Yeah, it's
when
5
you got
doors
the dog?
away. Yeah, 2 of my cats moved out 5 doors away.
pack their stuff and waiting by the door.
Literally. I could walk past the house now and they'll come out and they'll say hello to me, but they will not come into the house.
Oh my word, they literally did. That's brilliant.
Thankfully, the lady is happy to look after them, so.
Wow. All right. Well, thank you very much, everybody. Is there anything we need to plug or mention from the upcoming week that we may not have plugged or mentioned before? I think you got any YouTubers coming up, Gaz, at all? I was never quite sure if you're regularly YouTubing or if it's a sort of ad hoc.
I was doing it kind of very regular for a while, but I want to get back into it. It's there's just been so many things getting in the way, but I think I will go live this Wednesday because I'm going to go on Thursday for this session. So I'd actually like to show the selection of modules and some of the ideas that I'm going to be taking up, and then I can reflect on that in future shows. Then sort of to do with just how this musical thing is going to be. But I think there's really valuable information that I'm seeking that will inform more module
totally.
purchases. Probably. I was just kind of thinking, what's the outcome?
More modules.
Yeah, but I've got it here. If you've seen me looking down during the show,
that's a shame. I'm sure
the ultimate moment.
Yeah. there was a great comment. Oh yeah,
there's going to be a big reveal then.
Steve Davis and his part in my financial downfall.
I was giggling about that when it came up. Yeah.
I don't know if you can hear us, guys, but you've peaked just briefly. Well, yeah, okie doke. Jules, you've got your show. Jim, anything coming from you that we should look out for? I'm interested to know on the Bandcamp side of things, what label you've... Oh, here he is. Sorry, just hold on a second. Jim, you're back? We lost you just for a second there, Gaz.
Oh, yeah, sorry. Because I pulled the iPad out and put the iPad back in. No. But that was to the laptop, so the laptop went, oh, hang on, I'm confused.
We were just saying, you were saying it's going to result in another purchase. There was an icing said Steve Davis and his part in my financial downfall will be your next book.
Yes. Oh my goodness, it is, and it is his fault. No, I just think it's going to be this path of trying to find. You have to explore lots of things, but then starting to find this kind of path. And my little spoiler is Marbles from Mutable Instruments has been the kind of the cornerstone for me for that so far. And the way that you can manipulate voltages, it's like, you can do it in such deliciously musical ways. You can control it, you can move it to one note and then make it do these little things, lock them down, and then expand them, reduce them. And I've got
one of those, and it's in the not used very often case, which is terrifying.
It's a jaw dropper. That one is a jaw dropper. The musicality that leaps from it is just outstanding. But really, use it into pitched, into pitches, and use the quantizing of the pitches and.
All right. Get into that.
Do you know what, Gaz as well, just Steve Davis, what a humble guy as well, because he was saying as well that he'd had such an amazing career as a snooker player, obviously, and then to go into retirement as a snooker player and think, what on earth am I going to do now? And then he sort of found something that I've got as much passion for as I had for snooker.
Totally
to go into and then to drop into modular synthesis. That's just amazing. That's just amazing.
But I think it's also, he's doing cool, credible gigs as well. Yeah. So it's not like he's doing a little kind of pub gig. He's playing major festivals and and like late night sort of and
he's
really
good.
Cool slots. Amazing. He is. So it's sort of he can channel. There's a lot he can channel that you can put in his channel,
Yeah,
but he is totally
newsworthy. Totally newsworthy as well.
He's super cool, and so we'll see. If we can't make it work, then we're not going to force it. That's the thing. So it's
absolutely. Yeah. In for the yellow, screw back for the green band, blue, pink and black. You'll be absolutely fine.
That's track 1 of the album.
Remix.
Sorry, Piero the Acid Clown. Mark, you got kicked out. It wasn't me that kicked you out. I think you did freeze briefly, so I think maybe the connection dropped. We're probably going to hang it up here anyway, so thank you so much for joining me. And don't worry about dialing back in. We're gonna kick you off anyway, I think. But absolutely brilliant on the Clownfest thing, really looking forward to that.
Yeah.
Just one question to Jim: where we can find you on Bandcamp, please?
Yes. So I'm basically going to be re-releasing a lot of my back catalogue that's on Spotify and Apple Music, etc., under the name James Glue, which is GLEW. So it's just jamesglue.bandcamp.com. So over the next few days, I'll be posting stuff on there. I've just got the one EP up there at the minute. I'll probably be doing it in chronological order.
Great. All right. James Glue, James James GLEW.
That's it. Brilliant.
So,
Thank you.
Awesome.
Thanks for having us on,
absolutely. Oh, it's an absolute pleasure.
Really good to see you again, Jules, as well.
Cheers, Jim.
Yeah, it's so weird that you.
Yeah, we know each other.
I didn't recognise you down there. It's Jim. It's Jim.
The lovely Inky. Any more to add for anything from space? What's it like up there?
Oh, it's pretty. The atmosphere is pretty good from what from what I can
Plenty
hear.
of oxygen.
See, not hyperventilating yet.
When you're coming back down?
2023, when it's all safe. The atmosphere is clear.
You picked the right one. Thank you so much for coming on. You're very welcome anytime. And thank you. If anyone that doesn't know, Inky does all the moderation in the chat. And to be honest, is kind of responsible for this entire stream. So any complaints, obviously, kick them her way instead, which is wonderful. Any praise, just bring it my way. That's just the way it goes. Right, thank you guys so much for joining, and I will make it so that we can explain the fab thing that's coming as soon as we can. I just need to push a couple of buttons, but thank you for that. I'm so glad you like it.
Yeah, I do very much.
Thanks, Jim. Thanks, Jules, as well. Good luck with the radio show. Hopefully everyone can go and check it out. I did write it down and now I've lost it.
Drift.radio. Drift.radio, 7 p.m. Thanks, Jim.
Yeah. I was paying attention.
What was it? What dot radio? Sorry, it didn't come through.
Drift.radio.
Drift.radio.
7 p.m.
7 p.m.
Wednesday.
On Wednesday, and you can hear one of my tunes.
You can hear 2 of your tunes, Dom. You're bookending.
Absolutely wonderful. And Gaz, you're obviously off on tour. Got your modular coming. Anything for the forthcoming week? You got your show, obviously. You're planning on doing that on the Wednesday.
And then going up, Wednesday, and then then for the next week or beyond.
Awesome.
Got a bunch of Charlotte Church Pop Dungeon. Actually, we're playing. We got a gig at the end.
Nice.
We were meant to be doing 2 at the end of this month. One of them got postponed or cancelled. For, again, obvious reasons, but one is going ahead. So interesting to see how that is in terms of it being quite a big event. It's weird, isn't it?
Yeah.
Where is it? It's an event called the Mighty Hoopla.
Oh.
So it's I think it's...
If I can find that.
Yeah, I think it's a big gay festival, It's got so it's sort of going to be... We've played for them before, and it's really... They put a great stage lights and decor, and it's amazing. It's really good. It's really is it their Mighty Hoopla for
Mighty Hoopla?
I think
it's 3rd and 4th of June.
No. There should be one at the end of January.
Okay. All right. Mighty Hoopla January. Let's see.
It's in Bognor Regis. In Bognor Regis.
Sunny.
Nice. Okay, well let's it's obviously a bit of a Google issue going on.
Yeah, end of this month. So
this is a bus that we're going to take to go to now. So we've got that ready to go.
Yeah. Do you know, it's vans. I was thinking about cars, and what's going to happen in the future, and it just occurred to me, a van, like an electric van, small, big enough to be able to sleep in the back of, electric van. That's the vehicle of the future, isn't it?
Yeah.
Yeah.
little van you can sleep in. You can just, but like vans, you can get big load of more batteries in the sort of floor pan of them. You know.
Yeah, and you can power your stuff because you can use generators and stuff. Friend of the show, Jennifer S, has just bought a van. With like this without the paint, and she's about to disappear off and just drive around and take her deluge and a few bits and pieces out there. It's just such a nice idea, you know.
I bought an American RV, so it's massive.
Oh,
but
you didn't. I've forgotten that.
Yeah, but I'm selling it. It's too big, Gaz. It's not
too
stealthy.
Big.
You can't park in the middle of Manchester without, getting pretty much a lot of attention.
Anyway.
Yeah.
To be fair, if I had a van, I wouldn't be parking in the middle of Manchester. But
but then you've still got to get to the gig, so that negates the point of having a van you can sleep in because you've still got to get a taxi or what. Do you know what I mean? It's great when you look at it. It's got a lovely shower. It's even got a washing machine, a washer and dryer. Jenny.
Amazing for festivals.
Yeah. If someone could drive it for me, I could just go from festival to festival.
There you go, chatters. If anyone would like to come and drive Inky around, in a
and anybody wants to get
van,
on,
there's an opening for you there. About to bring a van tax in Manchester. Apparently, that's even. I don't even know if that's real or not. But whoa, right, the gas guzzler.
Already.
It's a gas guzzler. Right, thank you so much, Inky. I'm gonna flip off the live feed from space if I can just find the right button for joining us. And thank you so much to everybody. It's been absolutely amazing. Thanks, Gaz. Thanks, Jules. Thanks everyone. Thanks, Jim. Thanks everyone who has dialed in. Especially huge thanks to everyone in the chat and to people who've contributed towards Great Ormond Street with their wonderful donations. Like before this show, like I said, I think if you missed it at the beginning, we've raised £1,359 as of 2021. Yeah, which is just super chats and people doing it. And we only started, I think, in about April. So really, really
That's
epic.
Amazing.
Thank you. All thanks to Mr Wiggly's horn. So there you go. Right. Thanks all. We'll see you all again next week. Same time next week. Not sure what's going to be on, but it's going to be hopefully equally entertaining. Probably not quite, but still as good. So thank you very much indeed, everybody. And we'll see you very soon. Take care. Nice one.
Bye.
Connect so with the herb pipe, link up the harmonized, left the termite, but beyond obsolete blessings, a birthright. We live a life which a lot warm in us all worldwide. Cosmic love energy, I go herbicide free, organically, me say worthwhile. Watch the way one of you take term points in terms of definitions and some termites. Yes, I check the eye. One side is defined by one side the other. I.e. I am an ideas man. I assign too much of the qualities of my child. Who's way back talking like there's two of me? One is a construct, one is a creativity. The supreme one, all encompassing information in and of itself, most definitely. But not a life infinitely, most life infinitely. Beyond the scripture, niceness can be. Blessed be. I continually miss big up with being SPI.